Heartbreak for New Zealand then. We've just watched the last few moments. That's why we're a couple of minutes late to this one. We just wanted to watch the final stages of the New Zealand-Costa Rica World Cup qualification. Head-to-head. It's Costa Rica. Strong favourites for sure, but it's Costa Rica that have made it through.
Yeah. Shame, mate.
I will say, early shout-out, I don't know whether or not he's on yet, to KFR, who has correctly predicted, exactly correctly predicted both of these games. He said Australia 0-0. Obviously, he's an Aussie. He said Australia 0-0 and a penalties win. And he also said Costa Rica to win this 1-0. And there he is. He's straight in the chat. 2 predictions in a row. Have to get him on the Nations League predictions. KFR, get some of these Nations League predictions in.
Nice to be back here with you, mate.
Yeah, it's good to have you. Oh, hello. Just smashing the place up.
Sorry. Shocking stuff. Double screen, not happening well. Anyway, sorry.
Why don't you just move the drinks and have it properly on the side?
I think I'm going to.
Yeah, fair enough. New Zealand. Yeah, I know. 5 at the back. Conceded 3 minutes in. Unfortunate for them. Poor for them in many ways. The red card also making a big difference to that game. Costa Barbarouses, disappointing that he would make that kind of mistake, given his experience. So, plenty of good games to come tonight.
I'm back.
You're back. Nations League time, and we're going to get straight to it. Bonaire play the US Virgin Islands. That's the
game in 4 minutes' time.
That is the game that kicks off in a few moments.
That's the first game tonight.
Then
9:30 our time, British summertime. The Turks and Caicos Islands kick off against St Maarten.
Yeah,
in
the reverse fixture
of the 8-2.
Yeah,
I like that actually. You were out at the pub, weren't you? And I was wondering if you were keeping tabs on the score, and then I saw you just put that tweet
so
out.
I was actually quite beveragino.
Yeah.
I was downtown eating some
beveragino.
I was eating some cheesy chips and mozzarella sticks. Healthy.
Yeah.
Just sat on a street by the nightclubs downtown, and I was like, oh, we were playing tonight. And because I was half tempted to bail on the party, if you call it that, early, to come back and watch the games.
Oh, I bet you're so pleased you did.
And I looked at, I was in utter disbelief that we'd managed to lose 8-2 to St Maarten. 8.
The thing is, they drew with USVI.
Yeah.
And the TCA's game against USVI was fairly close, wasn't it?
I didn't watch this game. I've watched TCA twice, and I've seen them. I don't know if they got battered. I imagine they did, but they concede every single chance.
Is this a bit tonight? Is this Turks and Caicos fan TV?
It might have to be.
We're both sat here in Turks and Caicos
I
Islands
know.
shirts. But no, we've got a good lineup of football tonight, haven't we, mate?
We've got proper Minnow Nation
We've just had that New Zealand game finish, as you just mentioned. We have a little bit of UEFA Nations League that's trickling to the end.
Yeah.
Was today the last day of AFCON?
I think yesterday was the last day of today was the last day of the AFC Asian Cup, there's a game that kicks off where it's underway now actually between Indonesia and Nepal to determine who goes through ultimately probably out of Indonesia or the Philippines.
Yes.
It will most likely be Indonesia. They're 1-0 up looking like they're going to be 1-0 up going into half time.
Yeah.
Akshay's obviously delighted. 4 CONCACAF nations in the World Cup, and he'll, this is great. RIP New Zealand, head to bed 6 a.m. Yes. Yeah, and Victoria, of course, a Kiwi who had high hopes for this game. It was 1-0. It was that early goal that made the difference, which is a real shame. We're always supporter of the underdog here. Yeah, it was a good game. It was an entertaining game. There was a few chances for New Zealand at the end, nearly getting back into it. Chris Wood, so many chances. He should have taken them. Under 23's Asian Cup semis tomorrow, Saudi versus Oz. Yeah, that'd be interesting, based on how the first teams did against each other in the third round.
Yeah.
And of course, actually, I'll be even more delighted because there's 4 nations in the World Cup this year. from CONCACAF. And of course, next time around in 2026, it's in CONCACAF. Canada, US, and Mexico.
I don't know what they're going to do with that. That's going to be the first 48-team World Cup, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I don't know how that is actually going to impact the qualification of the CONCACAF region and how many additional slots they're going to get for that. It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to see how that pans out and the kind of the potential of traditionally a team that probably wouldn't get very far in CONCACAF qualifying.
Yes, potentially getting further.
Yeah.
And also, we've got a number of years for sides like Haiti and Suriname to keep improving. You know who's been disappointing? We didn't even speak about this before in our what are we going to talk about as the first couple of games are going on. St Kitts have disappointed me in the Nations League so far. They're in Nations League C, right? They should batter every team.
And remind me, how are they doing in that? I saw they drew. They got a late equaliser or a late winner the other night?
Yeah, against St Martin, French St Martin.
Yeah.
And they narrowly beat Aruba and didn't massively deserve to. Breinberg played in that game and looked really good. I just thought they'd wipe the floor with everyone in that group.
Okay.
And they just haven't done.
No. Are they're still sort of in with a good shout?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But, we're talking about a team that got to the stage before the octagonal.
Yeah.
So they are certainly not one of the worst teams in the CONCACAF region.
No. I mean, we've got... So Bonaire, US Virgin Islands has now kicked off. So we've got that going. And we'll scream and holler whenever there's anything decent that happens in this game.
This is a bit of a decider early on. I know there's more games in this group than the others in League C, but these are the two sides you'd expect to be up there.
But there's been a hell of a lot of football that's been. I mean, like
almost too much.
June's been. Yeah, I mean, it's spread it out. June's been kind of mental for it, hasn't it?
Yeah, big time.
And we've had plenty of kind of qualification stuff, Asian Cup stuff, and Nations League. But it's been cool to have the World Cup intercontinental playoffs as well.
Yes.
And it's probably one of the kind of the best places to start. We touched on it. Obviously, New Zealand have exited now. That's a shame. They were unlucky in that defeat to Costa Rica. But the Australia victory against Peru was
it's huge. A huge
really
result.
Impressive, wasn't it? And you kind of we've spoken about that game, and we were very much the pair of us thought that Peru were going to win that. Maybe comfortably, mate. I don't know.
I thought it would be a hard fought 2-0.
Yeah, I thought Australia. I think you mentioned it in your preview that Australia. Oh, no.
Headband number 3 is the player to watch.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, looked like there might have been a chance in the Bonaire USVI game.
Yeah. I think USVI will win this, by the way. Early prediction.
Okay.
They scraped past the Turks and Caicos Islands, but really they battered them.
Yeah.
Okay. Bonaire didn't, and it was 4-1. It's just the way that football works sometimes. But I expect number 3 for USVI to maybe kind of run this game, and also James Mack the third, who's on the ball now. Good left foot on him.
James Mack the third.
Yeah. Scored the winning penalty as well.
Yes.
It's not a foul.
Yes, he did. We looked at it. Peru have got a tougher qualification region.
Yeah.
Australia haven't been in the best form. They didn't have a good World Cup qualifying. They dropped points against the likes of I don't even know, but like
they dropped points to Oman. They dropped points to Japan. They dropped points to China. It was a really, really poor third stage. They won every game up until the third stage, as you'd expect, because there's real minnows in Asia. And then that third round, they were terrible, really, for their standards.
Yeah.
You'd expect Australia a lot of the time to, I suppose, like almost nowadays, because I don't know about Asia. It's a strange region. Apart from South Korea, you wouldn't say there's that many great teams from the Asian region.
Well, I don't know. Do you think that's
Iran are good.
But do you think that's standard European bias? Kind of, we've got the blinkers on. We don't really appreciate the.
I mean,
size.
no Asian team has ever won the World Cup, and I don't think one's got to the semis since South Korea hosted 1-0 Bonaire. Wow, 1-0 Bonaire.
That was well worked, by the way. Well worked down the right hand side. Good cross to the back post. Drilled back across the face of goal. And is it like Cecinio or what's his name?
Yeah.
The guy that scored the hat trick against the Turks and Caicos in that first game. well drilled back across and a tap in from 6 yards out. Bonaire take the lead, 1-0. That's an early goal.
Yeah, well, I think that was a shot from the winger, but yeah, tidy finish nonetheless.
Absolutely. So sorry, we keep sort of digressing and kind of moving on, as we do. But it goes to penalties. That's it.
Well,
Cecilia was the goal.
Yeah.
So it goes to penalties, and before that, Australia changed the keeper, don't they?
Yeah, to a keeper who'd only made 2 caps previously.
Yeah.
Incredible. From Marinovic, who is a pretty solid keeper in my opinion.
Yeah, he's experienced at that level.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was a fairly brave call, and he made one save, the sub keeper, didn't he? But I saw on Twitter that one of the first things he did, he got substituted on, and then he's kind of in the firing line straight away, penalty shootout. He goes over, and they get set up and ready for the penalty shootout.
Yeah.
One of the first things that he does is he grabs the Peruvian goalkeeper's bottle that had all of the
pens on it,
and threw it into the crowd.
Ah. So his whole thing, I have no doubt about this, that all he'd have been doing for the last couple of weeks is watching penalty videos of Peru and working on ways to just cause chaos, cause shithousery.
Cause chaos, yeah.
Did you see any of the penalties?
No.
He was dancing across the goal line.
Oh yeah, I have seen.
Flopping about like
I've
this.
seen,
He was behind the line, so the ref had to keep telling him to come back to the line. At points, he was stood next to the penalty taker. I would argue, he almost got booked.
Really?
Yeah. Like the ref could have easily booked him during it, but even that he would have probably taken.
Yeah.
His whole goal was distraction, and although he only saved one, they did then they missed the target. They hit the post, and you could argue he maybe would have even got to that one as well. Did it make that much of a difference? I don't know, but it worked.
It doesn't matter.
He made the vital save.
I thought it was interesting about, and I don't actually know if that rumour, it's something that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a good few thousand likes and retweets and stuff. So you kind of think, I wonder if there's any sort of substance to that. I just thought that would be amazing, wouldn't it? If someone actually did that. I mean, he might well have done it, but goes over, picks up the bottle, looks at it. He's got all of the Peruvian keeper had all of where the Australians take their penalties, grabs it, throws it into the crowd.
Yeah.
What can the goalkeeper?
Well, nothing. No. But there's a few strange things. So, I believe Peru won the toss, and they were shooting at the Australian fans.
Right. Okay.
And Peru went second.
Strange.
And if they won the toss,
they can't have won that toss, can they?
It looked like they did, but you selected that. Those are the 2 worst possible things to select. Or I don't know if they get to select one or the other. I'm not sure, but going second in a penalty shootout is never easy. All right, they saved the first pen, so a little bit easier there.
Yeah.
But there was always as soon as it goes to sudden death, whoever's going second is in the worst spot, because you've either got the nerves of trying to win it, or you've got the nerves of you can't miss.
Yeah.
Whereas the keeper, well, it's a free hit for the keeper, isn't it? Especially the nutter goalie that they had. Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
But they won and they're through. The Socceroos are in the World Cup.
The Socceroos return to the biggest stage in world football. So fair play to them. Fair play to them. The kind of... So are Australia and New Zealand... Australia and Costa Rica,
yeah,
they're the final 2.
That's it. It's done now.
So the 32 is now fully confirmed for Qatar.
The 32 is done. Obviously, with Wales being the team to qualify prior to that, after beating Ukraine.
Yeah. I don't know how they won that game.
I know. Yeah, they got.
I watched that game, the entirety of it. Wayne Hennessy in goal for Wales was insane.
Yeah.
The amount of chances they missed, and the goal that Wales scored was Bale whipped in a free kick that was doing nothing, and Yarmolenko stuck it in his own net. I
know, a player that's done so much for his country on the international football stage. It's tough to take.
But Ukraine played really well.
They are a good side.
Do you know who I thought was genuinely ridiculously good?
Was it Zinchenko?
Yeah, but it was, and he plays in central midfield.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
But good strike.
Chance again, Cecilia. He's definitely the outlet for Bonaire.
Yeah, but he's good player. Good player.
Solid player for this level.
Bang on. But so he's obviously he plays for Man City, he plays there at left back, and he sometimes steps into central midfield. You think, oh yeah, Zinchenko's a tidy player. When he's got more responsibility on his shoulders, he'd
be a brilliant signing for any other Premier League team.
Yeah, he really would.
He really would.
I'd happily,
How much though? I honestly think you'd have to pay 40 million for him.
But I think he might be.
I think he might be worth it. He's young still.
Yeah.
He's not an old
Premier
player.
League proven,
Yeah.
and I think he's so technically underrated.
But there's a reason why he gets in Manchester City's team. Good ball in. Oh, headed away, well cleared. That was a real whip from Bonaire. I've been impressed actually with a lot of these sides' technical abilities, certainly from the dead ball situation.
Yeah.
Obviously, we touched on already the Turks and Caicos Islands. Corner again for Bonaire. That one's whipped low, difficult to deal with. Ooh, poorly dealt with as well. Bonaire, chance to deliver again. He's gone for goal. Well saved.
I think that was moving, to be fair. Bonaire have started this game well.
They have.
Sorry, did you give the prediction of a USVI win?
I did, yeah.
They've not been able to. They started okay, USVI, but Bonaire have raised the tempo really quickly in this game. I've mentioned this, by the way, when we've watched these games before. I've mentioned this already. The fact that they've got like Qatar, I find it so weird. They've got Qatar Airways plastered everywhere. Where you're just like looking. This looks like it's hosted at like a college or something.
Yeah, I know. I don't like these 4G pitches. To be honest.
No. Yeah,
because it looks like there's so much of the little black bits.
Because whenever the ball bounces or whenever anyone like thuds on the turf, all the black stuff just sort of just
see it.
You can see dusts of it.
Yeah.
It's shocking, mate. It's shocking to play on.
Yeah. But that's maybe why the dead balls have been so good, to be honest, because it is easier to strike the ball. Here goes Mac.
James Mac the third. Oh no! Okay, he's overrun another one. Yeah, cleared. Yeah, fine. But I mean, it's been a hell of a busy June, hasn't it, for international football? But for us,
it's been crazy.
But we've kind of needed that, mate, haven't we?
Yeah, well, I think this is the thing about having a channel that's all about international football, and primarily, of course, international minnows, but international football as a whole is... Some months of the year there's nothing, and then others there's everything. So it can be challenging. It can be challenging.
Do you know one thing that I have not realised, but maybe I've sort of noticed it now, is we've kind of interviewed a few players.
Yeah.
And it still is hard, despite the fact that some of these smaller nations. Oh, that's nicely played down the right hand side for the
USVI have half an attack. Oh, poor touch from the winger. Good defending.
They've got far more in the way of legitimate corner ball USVI.
Corner ball USVI. Yeah, James Mack will take this, I'm sure.
They've got far more in the way of legitimate tournaments and proper games now. But still, sometimes it is hard to get the players together, isn't it? We've had look at the kind of the people that we've had on our channel. Josh Bertie, who injured, can't play in these games. Can't travel because of COVID.
And too many matches for his club. This doesn't fit the Taiwan football, the Asian football window, which seems bizarre because they've had AFC Asian Cup during this time.
Strange.
Hamilton. Hamilton not selected.
Yeah, not selected.
Great ball. That's why James Mack is so good at set pieces.
Ooh. It's just you look at. So there's plenty of examples. Like I was looking at the BVI squad that lost to Puerto Rico the other night.
Yeah.
Got
6-0. Yeah. Puerto Rico, good side.
They are a good side.
Qualified, of course. Now we're into the Gold Cup.
They've been promoted from League C to League B, which is probably correct, really, isn't it?
They were always going to win that group, I think.
Yeah.
Easy draw.
But the players that the BVI had out.
Yeah.
They made a couple of changes, and it's kind of as soon as that initial first 11 had any issues with it, like injuries or whatever.
Depth-wise, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not saying like that, but like couple of young lads that come straight in. You think that's a big jump. That's a big jump in quality, isn't it?
It's a huge jump in quality, and Turks and Caicos Islands, for example. There's a few players that they haven't got. Obviously, a side I know a lot about, but. They played a 15-year-old at left back against USVI, and then subbed him off for an 18-year-old. Both of which were poor, obviously. But that's the squad depth that they've got, and I think sometimes it shows about like investment and infrastructure and the kind of vision for the team. I feel like we're at a point now where we started this channel at a good time because there is national football teams that are lowly ranked really investing and really looking to push on now.
Yeah.
But there's still a few that are going to get left behind.
Yeah, and talking about a nation that, traditionally quite a minnow that's had a good June. We were speaking earlier about AFC Asian Cup stuff, weren't we?
Yeah.
You've covered that in your recent video on like the Philippines and how
exactly.
how that is currently, I don't know how the standing of that is now all working. I thought that was a really good video. I've not been as much. I haven't sort of necessarily kept my finger on the pulse with everything.
Yeah.
AFC Asian Cup qualifiers as much as I'd like. So that video I thought was great, just to give.
Well, thank you.
You did well, mate. As like this is the current situ. The fact that the Philippines is looking like aren't going to make it.
Yeah.
But Mongolia have done well in this.
They've done very well, actually.
I know they've lost 2 of their 3 games, but I think context is required. No.
I think it is. We're talking about a side here. Mongolia had Palestine, Philippines, and Yemen. All of which are far higher ranked. I think Mongolia are about 186 in the FIFA World Rankings, something like that. And so to lose to Palestine, who were 98 in the world, 1-0, when the other 2 sides lost 4-0 and 5-0 respectively, that really shows. It was hosted in Mongolia.
Yeah.
So it was the best opportunity for them to do well at their home ground. But they did well to finish on 3 points and a flat goal difference.
Yeah.
Only 1 point behind the Philippines. Yeah. And that was only because the Philippines got a 93rd minute winner against them. I think they've been absolutely fantastic, and it'll be really interesting to see how they do going forward as well, because they've got some young players that are decent. They've got some good quality players.
I'm quite looking forward to reacting to our predictions.
Yeah, me too.
Because with Mongolia, because that group in particular was hosted in Mongolia, and I said something along the lines of
you did back them.
How I think they've done well. They normally perform pretty well at home. But yeah, that's the last game. What is that score? Actually, do you want a quick scores on the doors with the Indonesia? In fact, do you want scores on the doors across the?
Yeah, let's do scores on the doors across all of world football as is. Indonesia 2-0 up at half time, so it's looking a lot like the Azcals will go out.
Yeah,
that's the Philippines will go out in AFC Asian Cup qualification. Poor for them. England are 2-0 down to Hungary. Germany are 5-0 up against Italy. That's also incredible. Italy haven't done very well since their Euros win. Luxembourg 2, Faroe Islands 2 is a fantastic, passionate game there as well. And I believe there's one more. Scroll up a touch. I think there's one more. Is there one more minnow game? Yes, Moldova beat Andorra, and Latvia are beating Liechtenstein. That's not necessarily to be unexpected in that one. Just the one game underway at the moment in the CONCACAF Nations League, but we will shortly cross over because the Turks and Caicos Islands will try and get any points on the board against Sint Maarten. We're both in Turks and Caicos Islands shirts for a reason.
Yes.
Because that's who we are supporting. No disrespect to Dutch St Maarten, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah, I was about to sing That's Just the Way It Is then.
It's just the way it is.
Do you want a lineup?
I do want a lineup. I do indeed want a lineup.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty...
We good?
Yeah.
I thought I'd bring us a bit closer.
Right. I mean, we've got Sebastian Turbyfield in goal.
Yeah, it's tough for him. It's tough for Sebastian. Conceded 8 in the last game, but I don't think I did too bad a job of keeping that steady as I moved it, actually, either. I thought we have, 2 people watching, so it's probably not.
Yeah, that's
probably not too much of an issue.
I mean, it's fine. I'm happy to have a super chill one.
Oh yeah, well, I'm
it's
ranting, aren't I?
The
Turks and Caicos Islands. So
we've not in some of the streams we've done. We've had like way more people kind of tune in than we expected, and as I've kind of noticed though, even on the CONCACAF live streams of the games, the viewership has, as you've kind of gone through the games, it's kind of dropped. But
it's interesting. I think there's an element of like sometimes we've done videos on African countries and Asian countries and things like that, and you don't really even respect the fact that some of these countries have got they're lowly populated with say 2 million.
Yeah.
And then you've got countries like the Cayman Islands. I think have got like 45,000 people.
Yeah.
So there is really no comparison in how many kind of views or live views we expect to see. But if you are with us in the chat and say hi, drop a like on the video, it always helps. And yeah, thanks for joining us. But this is going to very quickly become Turks and Caicos Islands Fan TV. So Turbyfield. We start with Turbyfield. He conceded 7 of the 8 and then was subbed off, and Brooks came on and conceded the 8th.
Why did they take him off? Was he having a bad game?
No, in games where they concede loads of goals, I think they swap the keepers.
They just dish the caps
Yeah.
out. So Sebastian Turbyfield does start in goal.
Yeah.
I've been impressed by him. And then
He made some very good saves in the game against
Luisi
USVI.
plays. Luisi, James Rene, Jose Elcius, Calixte, Forbes, Amilcar, Burry, Cadet, Paul, and Corey Williams.
Yeah, I'm interested by
Corey Williams. Is that the young
kid? Yeah, the kid with the
15-year-old?
afro. Yeah, no, it's not 15-year-old. I think he's 17. He's like a winger with an afro. He's not impressed me so far, but he's just a kid, so I don't want to be too harsh.
No.
So Luisi will be left back. I'm curious as to who's going to play right back in this one.
Oh, where's
There's no Delver.
where is Wildens Delver?
What worries me is looking at that lineup. Corey Williams will be right back.
Okay.
So yeah, that's going to
Look
be
at that. I have to say,
problematic.
they've got Calixte, Forbes, Amilcar, Burry, Cadet, and Paul. There's some good players.
They've got some decent players. Calixte can also do a job at full-back.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see where Luisi plays. Rene will be... What's interesting is Rene's at centre-back with Elcius.
Yeah. Okay.
There's no depth.
So where's that? Then?
He's probably on the bench, maybe just a bit of rotation.
Played a lot of games, didn't they, in a short space of time?
They have for them, for sure. What worries me about that is there is 0 height in that centre-back partnership. There's also not a lot of speed. Depth, if nothing else at times, there's a bit of a wall. He's not great in the fast attacks.
I
was going to say, if he can head it and kick it if it's going long, and sometimes that's enough. So the back four might even be the 4 as you see it there: Luisi, Rene, Elcius, Calixte. But I imagine it won't be. I imagine maybe Corey Williams at right back. There'll potentially then be a midfield 3, which will be Amilcar, Calixte, and Cadet. So a rest for Callum Park, who I think's been okay so far. Still just a kid. Needs to fill out a bit. Needs to double up his cereal. I think that boy.
Yeah. Get on the protein.
Yeah, very frail build, but I like him technically as a player. Cadet really needs to run this show. I would actually say, personally, you should just give the ball to Cadet and just see how many players he can get around before he passes it to Forbes. Because why not? Because the other tactics aren't working.
Yeah.
That midfield 3, by the way, if it is Calixte, Amilcar, Cadet as a midfield 3, isn't even that bad. Cecilia has a strike and it just goes wide.
Good, mate.
Yeah, he's a good player. Yeah, top player.
Top player.
Top
Terrific player.
And then there'll be a front 3 of, I imagine, Forbes, Burry and Paul, which is, again, not a bad front 3.
No.
I wanted to see a little bit more from Lenford Singh.
Where's
He's just old now, man.
Where's
He's just old.
Big Linford? I mean, we can do the Saint Maarten lineup if you want, but I feel like we're here for the Turks and Caicos
We
Islands.
are. Listen, Saint Maarten. They've got all you need to know about Saint Maarten is they've got a player called Herwin Lake who just gets so many goals.
Yeah, he scored 4 in the first game, didn't he?
Yeah.
So, is it worth touching on? So, with CONCACAF Nations League, we're around the houses with those games tonight. Is it worth touching on a cancelled game?
There is a cancelled game tonight. Yeah, which is a real shame actually, because any chance that Montserrat had of not getting relegated potentially.
Yes. Yeah. Great shout.
Has been cancelled. So they beat Bermuda, a fantastic result for them, 3-2 win. Lyle Taylor at the double, and Clifton's been really good for them as well in this tournament. And they beat Bermuda,
So
which was a
he
huge
scored,
win.
didn't he, Clifton?
He scored. And Taylor, I think he got the second.
Yeah.
And Taylor, bit of confusion at the back, but they've done well there, Bonaire. Good challenge from the USVI player though. And it was a great win. Montserrat's first 3 points.
Yeah.
If you look at that group now, you've got Bermuda are on 1 point. Did Bermuda lost to Guyana, right?
Do you want me to get the tables up?
Yeah, so Bermuda drew with Haiti and have since lost to Guyana and Montserrat. So they're on 1 point. Montserrat are above them on 3 points. Guyana have got 6 and Haiti have got 7.
It's a shame because if Montserrat had... Yeah.
If Montserrat had beaten Bermuda...
So why has it been cancelled?
I'm not sure. Do you know?
Yeah. So I've got... Oh, I thought you knew. No, fair enough. I thought throw that to you because I thought you knew. I thought that looks like a.
Do you actually know though?
Well,
do you
yeah.
actually?
So
all you're going to say is that that Montserrat of FA have said that they couldn't travel.
Yeah, but that's the reason.
But why?
I don't know.
Okay, so the official statement is that the Montserrat FA have said that the upcoming game that was scheduled for today has been cancelled because the Montserrat national team have been unable to travel to Bermuda for that return game. Now, this is now being looked at by a disciplinary committee.
Yes.
We don't know the reasons why. COVID related, maybe transport arrangements weren't made. We saw that with Jamaica as well. So there could be difficulties out there. Again, I'm going to touch on this. The ASC Asian Cup played in one centralised location. Yeah. Every game's gone off without a hitch. There's been crowds at some, not in others because of COVID. Yeah. But the games have gone off without a hitch. Why don't the CONCACAF Nations League have host countries? It's
been weird that teams have played each other in one location and
back-to-back games
3 days later have all got to they've all got to get on a plane and go to the other
especially
it's I don't know why they've
but there's no crowds. You know, I get there's no home advantage if you're playing on an AstroTurf pitch with no crowd. There just isn't. I don't understand. Both from I'm gonna be that guy from an environmental point of view.
Sustainability, mate.
There's no sustainability in that. Sponsored by Qatar Airways, so they're just burning that fuel, right? And also COVID restrictions and travel restrictions. Why not just get all the teams in a centralised location in each group? They can still be right across the Caribbean, and go to the ones where the fans maybe can attend games. And then you don't have to put up with this. It just seems bizarre. It just seems confusing to me that they'd structure it like that.
No, I agree.
But
you've explained that point. Fantastic.
I've had a bit of a rant about it, but I do feel quite strongly. I think it's utterly pointless.
Yeah, you've done well, mate.
And based on this disciplinary committee, I don't know what the outcome's going to be, but if it results in a gifted Bermuda 3 points, 3-0 win, that I don't see Montserrat saving anything but relegation, because they will have to get at least a point from their remaining 2 games against 2 sides that they've lost to.
No. If that gets given to Bermuda, I think Montserrat go down. Yeah. So that's then they dominate League C, wouldn't they? They'd utterly dominate.
Well, they came second in their League B group last time out. Got to Gold Cup qualification, and then obviously dropped out to TNT. 3-0 down, and John Stones has been sent off.
And John Stones has been sent off.
Well, there's absolutely zero pressure for England going into the World Cup, that's for sure.
That's shocking, though, mate. 3-0 down at home to Hungary. What's the chat on the John Stones red?
Oh, John Stones red. I thought stupidly. I immediately thought they were talking about Costa Barbarossa's.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I'm pretty sure. I personally thought it was a red.
So England 3 down.
Yeah,
at home to Hungary. That's.
But the most important
Our
thing.
Nations League has been shocking, though, isn't it?
For England.
Yeah.
Italy have pulled one back against Germany. It's now 5-1. And we switch over to the most important game in the history of football. What's really interesting there, and what's fantastic to see, is I believe that the entire officiating staff are female, which is excellent to see. We've seen a lot of that in this tournament. We've seen a lot of female referees. It's good to see the entire lineup today female. Good to have that representation and that opportunity for officials from across the region.
Here we go then, mate. Is this the last? This is the last match day for the Turks and Caicos Islands.
I think this is the last match day.
As in, the last sort of...
In any Nations League until September.
I think you're right.
Or maybe even March.
So they've played 3, lost 3. They've scored quite a few goals, though.
Billy Forbes has scored. Billy Forbes and Junior Paul. How many goals have they scored?
Well, they scored 2 in the last game.
Yeah.
There he is there, Billy.
I messaged Billy.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. Saying, well done, keep going, kind of thing.
No, I messaged Billy because his 2 goals in the last game made him the first ever Turks and Caicos Islands player to hit double figures for goals.
Wow, fair play.
So he is obviously their top scorer by a long way. He's now got 10 international goals. I think 9 of which have come in this tournament. Not in this version, but across the versions or the qualification for them.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough because they always get pumped in World Cup qualifiers and they don't score goals.
No.
And I messaged him and his response, I feel, was deflated.
Oh no. What was
it? I feel like he's a little bit. He's having a tough time.
He's tired with it.
I think he's a little bit tired with it. I don't want to speak. I don't want to go into too much detail about what he said, and he wasn't disrespectful to any players or anything like that. But I think he just knows that they're just not going to win games.
Yeah.
And as a striker, that's tough because he barely touches the ball.
Yeah.
And you know my views on what they should do tactically. And I'm going to shout about it enough in this game that we don't need to dwell on it too much now.
Anyway, close to kick-off now, mate.
Yeah.
Can we have a final score prediction for TCA's final game of...
I'm going to go 5-3 Saint Maarten.
5-3 Saint Maarten?
Yeah, I think this is at the National Academy.
Yeah.
As you can see. Why is Raymond Burry wearing a headband? He's got what is it, cornrows?
Cornrows,
He's got cornrows and a headband on. Yeah, so Corey Williams is actually right wing, so I got the lineup slightly wrong. It looks like Forbes is in midfield. So maybe Calixte is right back, and Forbes is then in midfield alongside Amilcar and...
I love how passionate you are
Cadet.
about this team. Come on. I love that we've both got a shirt on, and we're donning the TCA.
Who is right back?
That's Junior Paul. Is that Junior Paul at the left, is it?
Junior Paul's 17, he's in midfield. That's
that's
Calixte.
He's in midfield then, isn't he?
Oh my god, what is this lineup? No, that's Forbes directly up front.
Oh, why do they do it?
Forbes is up front. It looks like Raymond Burry is out on the left. That's number 9 there. Corey Williams.
There's no point having him there.
No, I know. It's a stupid system. It's a totally stupid system. How many times do I have to say this? And how obvious is it, right? He's not gonna. He's just there. He's not going to touch the ball. Who's right? Oh, Amilcar's right back.
Amilcar right back.
Is he, or is there one more player I've
Welcome
missed?
to
I don't
Turks
know
and
what this
Caicos
system
Fan TV.
is. Talk to me about the formation. What can you see? I can see 5 midfielders and Billy Forbes
it's
up front.
It's a 4-5-1 to me. That's what I'm looking like.
Yeah, but then I feel like I'm counting extra players. Well cut out. Get there, Amilcar. Go long.
Are they better at home, TCA?
No. No, I wouldn't say so.
Oh, nice. Nice. Well, we're a minute in. TCA Saint Maarten.
What's the possession? It's 100%, isn't it?
If, as I say, we've got a slower viewership this evening, which
Yeah,
is fine.
that's fine.
But we'll just sit here and enjoy this game, eh?
Yeah, for sure. Is it even a back 5? It might be a back 5. Is that 3 centre backs?
No, it's just one of the DMs that just sat.
Chance, but not really. Sebastian Turbyfield and Turks and Caicos Islands get caught out primarily. Oh no, it's back 4. Get caught out primarily by sort of vicious shots across the face. That's a great kick from Turbyfield, but no one there to pick up seconds.
They're deep, aren't they? And that press has not worked at all.
No, but why would you do that? Why would you go for that?
Saint
Is it
Maarten
not a back
attack.
5?
Rene. I don't know,
To be honest, I don't know if there is a formation. I know that sounds terrible. I'm not convinced that there is a formation.
For anyone that stops by, anyone that's watching that stops by, we're slower tonight. So if you're in, drop a like on the video and drop a comment, say hello. That's what we're here for. We're here for a little bit of a chat. We're watching some footy.
It's
Yes,
4-0.
Indonesia have gone 4-0 up against
4-0
Nepal.
Hungary.
It's 4-0 Hungary.
Yeah.
It is 4-0 Hungary.
England
Wow.
are losing at home to Hungary 4-0.
Wow.
You know,
we've
by
not
the
had a
way-
game like this. I mean, what I will say
Southgate.
about this entire UEFA Nations League campaign for England is it is a massive reality check because we haven't for a little while. We've not created chances.
Not with this system.
No, but we've struggled because it's like if Sterling and Kane don't play and aren't on it, we're not creating chances.
No.
I mean, it's the team. The team for the game tonight was very rotated. I think Gay started.
Yeah.
And Gallagher and Bowen started and.
Listen, it's not good. This result though. Even then, it's a team full of Premier League players.
Yeah.
I like the way Hungary play. I think they played very good counter-attacking
but
football.
normally they're a good side, Hungary. They are a good side. I think people underestimate them. But normally they're a lot better at home.
Yeah. It's a tough place to go. Here's a chance for Saint Maarten, and here's that man, and it's just wide.
Ooh, is that Lake?
Yeah. I'm not convinced it was actually.
Is he playing actually?
Yeah.
Gerwin
17.
Lake. That was it, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. Turbyfield closed the angle well. I like that keeper kit, by the way. Show him a keeper kit.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
He's gonna get to be a big boy, by the way.
Yeah.
Turbyfields are American footballers and rugby players.
So there's this is still. Shall I get the Bonaire game up and running as a second screen, or
Yeah, I can do.
we might do the he's offside. He's definitely offside. Is that a corner, or is he given that as an offside?
Yeah, it looks like it's.
We've got a fellow TCA fan in the chat somewhere.
Yes, thank you, Papaya8. We're desperate for something a little bit better. Although I must say, so far the possession's been just basically 0%. Junior Paul trying to come forward. Forbes steals it. Sometimes I don't feel like the rest of the players are on the same wavelength as him.
No. They're
I'll tell you what was actually decent. So I don't know if you've seen the 2 goals that Forbes scored.
No, I haven't.
Both from set pieces. That were whipped in.
Oh. Okay.
One dropped and scuffled, and then he kicked it in, and the other he actually headed home.
Yeah. Okay.
Both of them fantastic deliveries by Jose Asquez.
Nice.
So really good deliveries from him. So that's good. Here's a chance, but look at Williams. I just want to talk about Corey Williams tonight and just monitor how many times he loses the ball. That doesn't count.
No. How young is this guy?
Is that
though?
a back five?
I don't know.
No, I know he's a young player,
Yeah.
but let's not forget that this is the position in which Marco Fanilis will be playing.
Yeah.
And that has made a difference. And left back's been also the other worst position. If you had a team that was Turbyfield, Delver, here's a chance. Junior Paul steals it. Forbes is played through. He's not going to get there. That's a poor pass.
Oh, that pass.
It's a poor pass. There was a big chance there for the Turks and Caicos Islands. Overhit pass.
Come on, the boys. I think was he flagged offside, or was it given a foul or something?
Maybe just offside. Yeah, it looks like it was just offside.
So what promotions have we got?
There's no foul there.
What promotion? Yeah, he's fuming with that pass. What promotions and stuff have we got sorted in League C then? So we know Puerto Rico. We talked about this earlier. St Lucia have now been promoted.
Yeah, St Lucia have been promoted, but I feel like that's and whilst that's totally fair enough, that's more because Dominica have been poor.
Yeah.
Than they've been good.
Yeah.
I mean, St Lucia played 2-1-2.
Yeah.
So you can't complain. But they've beaten Dominica and Anguilla.
That's correct.
But Anguilla drew twice with Dominica, so Dominica were never going to go up. You know, they'd have had to have beaten St Lucia twice and hope that beaten St Lucia twice. Because even if they'd have drawn with St Lucia, if St Lucia had have beaten Anguilla twice, then St Lucia would have gone through.
Yeah.
So they were never going to put themselves in a good position. Then, of course, they lost to St Lucia, and from that point it was done.
Yeah.
Anguilla were never going to win those games. But Anguilla have done brilliantly, by the way, for the lowest ranked team in the world that isn't San Marino.
Yeah, they have. They've done those.
Yeah.
The 2 draws with Dominica were just ridiculous. Really, no one kind of expected that.
Do you know what's going to be really interesting then to cut across?
Go on.
We're watching this Turks and Caicos Islands game at the moment. They might not go down that much in FIFA World Rankings because 2 of the teams in the group are not FIFA registered teams.
That's true.
So despite losing 8-2 to Saint Maarten and 4-1 to Bonaire, it is only the USVI 3-2 defeat that will go into calculations and the retrospective when it's played.
The retrospect fixed.
So I completely agree. Williams, is that another?
Ooh, no.
I'm really not sure. This does look like a back 5 to me.
What I noticed in the 8-2 defeat that TCA suffered at the hand of Saint Maarten last time is that how many goals did Saint Maarten score in the 60th something minute?
Oh, I know.
What was it? Was it kick off goal, kick off goal, kick off goal?
We saw another meltdown there, didn't we? You know what? Put some perspective in, I think.
Yeah.
Just give them the ball away.
Yeah, you're true.
Oh, I think we might have dropped out for half a second then, but we should be absolutely fine.
We back?
Yeah, it should be. And if you're from the Turks and Caicos Islands and you've joined us, I am the #1 Turks and Caicos Islands fan in the world. Is that a free kick? Yes, here it is. Come on. So, Junior Paul's won that. I like Junior Paul as a player.
Yeah, a little bit raw.
Yeah, for sure. Here comes Jose. Hopefully he can whip some more in. See, that's Rene, and Rene is just he's just a geezer.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be
Chance of the Turks and Caicos Islands. It's still 0-0, 8 minutes into this one. Delivery is about to come in.
It's not a bad one.
Easily headed out, though.
It's actually not a bad area from Rene. He's miskicked it.
Good touch.
No, it's gone off. See, you know what I mean?
Oh, it's like, you know who genuinely would you.
I'm better at football than that.
Yeah, I know. If anyone just stops by, just say hello, throw something in the chat.
Yeah.
Say hello, drop a like on this video, it helps the channel out. It's a quiet night
does.
for us. We've got a stream going, but we're just sat here basically watching some footy, having a chat between the pair of us. So
We're expecting goal lights throughout the evening. If we're not visually impaired enough already, we just wanted to throw it out there even more.
0-0 in this Turks and Caicos game. What's the Bonaire score, Tomo?
That's a very good question. Should we have a quick
Let's have a quick look at the Bonaire
scan
score.
over to that game?
And then is it worth just touching on the UEFA Nations League?
Or is it must be half time in that.
Oh
No, just approaching half time in the Bonaire game. It's 2-0 to Bonaire.
2-0 to Bonaire. That's
So we'll get the lights going for that.
fair play to
We'll
them.
get the lights going.
I
I
wonder
really
if,
thought that USVI would do better in
I
that
wonder
one.
if Cecilia scored.
It's a good question.
Let's have a quick look. We saw his first finish, which was it was Berry Puck Jonas Zonnershine. And with that win, if it stays 2-0, Bonaire will have claimed 10 points from a possible 12,
Yeah, insane.
which would be really, really good.
I think that would get them. We called them to go up, or you called them to go up. I had to say Turks and Caicos Islands.
You did, yeah. Do you regret that now?
Yeah, they're going to come bottom, I think.
you stuck with
But
your
I will
front
say that they've done so badly.
Do you want some full times across?
What's happening with you today?
I can't enunciate. Do you want some full-time scores across the UEFA Nations League? So England have been battered at home 4-0, mate. I don't know how we think about that. That's for another conversation topic. Netherlands 3, Wales 2 is quite a passionate one. Ukraine 1, Ireland 1, Germany 5, Italy 1 still going. Turkey 2, Lithuania 0, Luxembourg 2, the Faroe Islands 2.
Yeah, passionate.
That's a cool game, isn't it?
I think that's a good result for both sides, actually. Ball whipped in, St. Maarten headed away for
Luxembourg would have wanted to have won that at home, actually.
Yeah.
Liechtenstein 0, Latvia 2, and Moldova 2, Andorra 1. Worth mentioning, shouting out Andorra, who have actually done pretty well in that Nations League campaign so far. Not done too bad.
Got the better of Liechtenstein, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
Which is the main game you'd expect them to potentially pick up points in. Latvia are too good for that group, but I suppose they have to be in Nations League C.
Yeah. Right, so where are we here? So Bosch, 11 minutes in, still 0-0, but I mean, I think they held them up for a decent sort of 15 minutes last time.
Yeah, but we know this with the Turks and Caicos Islands. It's when it rains, it pours.
Yes, yeah. When it rains, it pours.
The Belize game in the World Cup qualifiers, best example of that. An even game up until 1-0.
Yeah.
And I think it was 1-0. I think it was 0-0. Honestly, till about 28, 30 minutes. I can't quite remember what it was.
Yeah.
And then by 55 minutes, it was 5-0 or something, wasn't it? Or 4-0. It was just crazy. Ball whipped in. Keeper's done enough. I think it went out beforehand.
Goal kick.
Turbyfield, Delver, Jeth, Ledson, Magni, Amilcar, Cadet, Calixte,
Are you talking?
Marco Fanelas, Forbes, Paul. That's not that bad a team.
They never put that team together.
But that team's not out. I know. You've got a centre-back partnership of 34-year-old James Rene and central attacking midfielder or central midfielder Jose Elcius.
Is that Cadet there, number 14?
Yeah, he's
Where's
not
he
done
aiming?
enough.
Where's he aiming for there?
He's just trying to hit areas.
Who's that number 17? Is that Paul?
That's
Paul.
yeah.
He gets about the pitch quite well.
There's Mackinson. Great challenge, but nobody's picking up seconds.
Nah.
No, Junior Paul's really impressed me in this tournament.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
Very
that's a good
nice.
play. Here's a chance. Goal bound, another save. He could be on for the record of most Nations League C saves.
Yes, yeah.
I think he made 9 saves against USVI. He was incredible in that game. Almost saved the pen. That would have then been a historic performance. Oh, this is really good play by Williams, and he's played a great ball in to Paul. Slight miscontrol, but will he get there? Oh, he will. It's a great save. He gets up though. I'll go down there. Whip back across goal. Oh, it's a huge chance, and you know what? I give him a hard time, but Corey Williams just played. He did really well there.
Yeah, he did so well.
I think the second touch from Paul just wasn't good enough.
Oh no, it was
Good
loose.
save from the keeper though. You've
Good
got to give him
save from
credit.
the St. Martin goalkeeper.
What is Williams on?
He's
What is he on? Deliver, son. It's not a bad ball. There's actually
it's
0
not.
options.
He's blowing though.
He's done well there.
Still 0-0. The Turks and Caicos Islands had a little bit of a spell there, mate. A little bit of a spell. 13 minutes in.
Come on, a good little attack there.
Yeah, it was. It was a good little attack. Fair play. They've still got a little bit.
You
of
need
ball there.
Junior Paul needs to be the guy. Oh, it's a great pass. It's into the big man. who goes for goal, and it's just wide. He could have played Forbes. I think in that situation, you've always got to play Forbes there if you're Bury.
A little bit greedy from Raymond Bury there for the Turks and Caicos.
I got Guyana to beat Haiti today. Wow, after the 6-2 defeat. Brave shout. That's a brave shout. Oh, you got a fiver on that. Oh, I see, unlucky.
He's kicked it straight at the cheek, hasn't he?
Keeps it down.
I know,
yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Guyana to beat Haiti. Brave shout. But listen, they'll be looking for revenge. That's another, whoever wins it is in a good spot going into March.
Yeah. We'll have that on, won't we, after this one? Now, what time is that?
I think that kicks off at 11 PM UK time, so we'll get most of this game in.
Is that Amilcar there with a good challenge?
Yeah. Amilcar's not a bad player.
Oh, nice.
See, beats his man there. No options for him, though. Wins the free kick. I don't think that is a foul, personally. I think that's just a 50-50, but it's given nonetheless. 2-1 they win.
What were the odds on that?
Yeah, that's a good question. Fiver on it, surely. Fiver for a diver. So this is Rene. Watch him mix kick this.
It's a great diag.
It is. But it's towards Forbes.
Does enough.
It should be towards Bury, though, and just let it hit him.
Go on, Raymond. Bang!
Yeah.
Nice, if in doubt.
I think that's taken a deflection, so they've got to keep this in.
Still 0-0, 15 minutes in. I'm waiting for the floodgates to open in this one. Bonaire are 2-0, and that's half-time, right, in that one? The pitch is, Jesus, I mean, the fact that they can do anything on this pitch is always
Cadet just
impressive.
Needs to keep travelling with it. He just needs to keep
the
travelling
ref,
with it.
I don't know how the ref's not giving anything there. Chance to put a ball into the box.
It's not a bad ball, someone's got to be there.
Oh, it's not a good ball. Chance though.
At the perception dummy there, I thought that was goal bound. I thought it was going to tease the keeper.
Chance.
Yeah, this pitch is terrible. The National Academy is poor. I know we were critiquing the AstroTurfs earlier, but this is not good.
It's dusty.
Yeah.
Dusty. If anyone new stopping by, drop a like, drop a hello, drop a comment. You know, it's a quiet one, as I've already said a couple of times. We are. It's a really chill one for us tonight. We're basically sat here. We're watching the Turks and Caicos game. We're chilling. We're chewing the fat over just a bit of footy. So if you're in there and you fancy a chat, then throw a comment in, drop a like on the video, and subscribe if you're new around here.
Yeah, for sure. Check out the channel. We've got plenty of content on there from all across world football. I've absolutely loved the Nations League. I've watched so many games this time around, which has been great. Shout out to CONCACAF for making it freely available as long as you're not in the US.
Yeah, that's so bizarre.
Which is quite a bizarre
the fact
thing.
That we just literally watch it on the app and we're now streaming it
on the telly,
on the TV. It's unreal. And the fact that we can do this.
I've watched so much international football this June.
I feel that I feel like the CONCACAF Nations League still got a bit of a way to go though, mate.
Yeah.
In the sense of enticing fans to watch the games. Does that sound harsh? When we've been watching these games, whether we've streamed them via the app or whether we've watched them on YouTube, I've been surprised at the viewing figures, considering that it's free.
Firstly, it's free. Secondly, these teams play so few international games.
Yeah. This
is a chance for them to play teams of a similar ilk, similar ability. The viewing figures have been poor. It has been poor.
But I don't know why that is. I mean, when we watched the, and we always kind of refer back to it, don't we? But like when we watched that Mahinda Rajapaksa tournament, the Asian game. Hold on, chance here is the offside. It's Billy Forbes for the Turks and Caicos Islands.
Yeah, it's offside.
It's offside.
Oh no, I don't think the flag did go up. I think he thought he was off.
Oh, okay. When Sri Lanka, when they shared those games live on YouTube, there were 15,000.
Yeah,
15, 20,000.
I think in the final it was like 25,000.
Don't get me wrong. It's kind of, you can't compare it.
22 million.
Exactly. Yeah. But when the teams that were competing in that tournament, when it wasn't Sri Lanka, when it was Maldives.
You
still had very good.
Maldives, Seychelles, for example. That's probably the best example.
That's a really
population's quite low in those countries. A bit more of the soccer kind of affiliation out there. Nicaragua have been playing great so far. Dom rep also, but they've unlucky to obviously be against Guatemala and Guyana. The Nations League B, I have been really impressed with the quality. Nations League C,
it's a real step up.
It's a big jump.
It's a big jump.
I don't think there's any massive surprises that Belize have struggled, but I think that they've done okay. They drew against French Guiana.
I'll tell you who's impressed me is Antigua and Barbuda, actually.
Yeah.
Getting 6 points from their 4 games. Group
Barbados
B,
have been poor.
Yeah.
They have been poor.
Yeah, they have, but they're in a tough group, though.
Yeah.
Right? It's a really tough group. Cuba, Guadeloupe and Antigua. Group C, Nicaragua. And the fact that Nicaragua are ahead of Trinidad and Tobago in that group is...
Yeah.
You know, we always said that Bahamas and St. Vincent and the Grenadines would be the two that were fighting against relegation in that group. But Nicaragua, to at the moment, after 4 games, to be ahead of Trinidad and Tobago.
You know what makes that fantastic is that with 2 games to go, it's still all to play for.
Yeah.
You know,
at kind of both ends of that table.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
French Guiana have been great. They've got a game in hand and they play Belize, and you'd expect them to beat Belize. That's games tonight. We might kind of keep tabs on that one. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, we'll keep tabs. Yeah,
and yeah, Guatemala. You know what? I'm surprised that Guatemala have not been. I actually thought they'd be a bit more. Oh, what was that? Was there something that happened there?
Yeah, ball whipped in, well cleared.
Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised that. I've been surprised by how Group D's sort of laid itself out. Actually, I thought Domrep might have they've done well, but I don't know. I've just been surprised by French Guiana. I think they've been the surprise package. 7 points out of.
And yet drew with Belize.
Yeah.
So it's bizarre. Yeah, Efra's not massively enjoyed League C. I think that League B, first, it's got better quality, but also there's more jeopardy to it. You know, there's a chance to get into the Gold Cup if you win the group.
Yeah.
There's more to play for.
Ooh,
great header away.
Great header away.
I think that might have been Amilcar who headed that away. St. Maarten now piling on a little bit of pressure. Shot goal bound, good keeping though. Turbyfield to come out and collect, avoid the incoming pressure. I missed the reason for the Montserrat game being postponed. Yeah, for reasons unsure to us at the moment, the Montserrat team were not able to travel to Bermuda for that match. So it's being looked at by a disciplinary committee. Obviously, the game can't be played in this international window because the international window is over, or will be over come the end of the day. So yeah, we're not. That's the reason why the game's been postponed, but we're not sure what the outcome of that will be, and we're also not sure of the reason for the reason. There is space for Billy Forbes if they get the ball in behind, but for me, that's where I'd be doing a swap. That's where Billy Forbes is the player to play the ball through, and Junior pulls up front.
But you almost need you need 2 Billy Forbes.
You need 3 or 4, but you know, okay, he won't score as many of the chances, but there'll be 2 or 3 times as many chances.
So what do you think with that Montserrat game? It's been cancelled. We've spoken about it. And the kind of the statement that's come out. How do you think that'll be? Do you actually think that Bermuda will be gifted that 3 points?
I can't see why there wouldn't be space in the next international window, whether that's September or when the games come back together in March.
Yeah, I mean, there would be. It's more of like the logistics of it all.
It depends. It depends why, doesn't it? If it's COVID related or travel related or something like that. That's great challenging from... Who is that?
That's Junior Paul, isn't it?
Yeah, it is harassing.
He's so rash, though, isn't he? He's going at it...
Oh, it's crazy, yeah. But that's why I'd play him up front. Great challenge from Luisi, who started this game a little bit better. Oh, man.
Just
I stayed in.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Jesus, that's gone out into orbit.
It's a great ball. Pick up seconds.
Go on.
Goalkeepers all day, surely. Go on.
Go on.
Domrep needs to call up Junior Firpo. Yeah, that would be an incredible call up. And also Mariano Diaz, yeah.
I think Mariano Diaz is the guy that used to play for Real Madrid, I think. And then he was, this was on Ultimate Team a few years ago, and it was like a Real Madrid striker that had the Domrep flag. Which was kind of mad.
I still think CONCACAF's got a way to go. A lot of teams have a way to go in terms of exploring who they can call up.
Yeah.
You know, Montserrat are probably 3 or 4 players away from being like a really solid League B side.
Yeah.
They just need a few extra players. Because players like Williams at right back, he's just, no disrespect to him, he's just not the same standard as, you know, some of the players they might be able to call up.
I think he's done all right though, that Williams. He gave all the ball away the other night, didn't he? But
I'm not saying he's done bad, I'm just picking him out as an example.
Yeah.
Bit of time wasting here, looks like. Turbyfield, yeah.
But in like League C, in Nations League, just hopping back here, League C, and it's like, you kind of look at it and on reflection, it's maybe not been, it's not been like brilliant. I mean, for us it has been. We love just watching these nations, don't we? And we love the fact that they get more games, more caps, more goals.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Particularly for the Nations League C sides, because they only ever really get round to round 1 of keepers. If someone's charging in there, there's confusion in the back line. You know, they only tend to get to round 1 of the World Cup qualifiers. Now, thankfully, that system has changed, so they at least play more games. rather than the double legger. But the Turks and Caicos Islands, like Billy Forbes, as I said earlier, like he just doesn't get the chance to score goals in World Cup qualifiers, so they need these games to get, the better players to get opportunities to get goals.
What I was going to say is about leagues, the fact that they do have the leagues, they have leagues that are of 3 teams. Sorry, it took me a while to try and work out the best way of saying that. And I think that it would be like, could they have reworked that so they have less groups where there's 4 teams? Because the fact that you've got Group C and Group D, where they've played 2 games, and the group's basically done.
Yeah. The reason for it though is for to make the Gold Cup qualification work.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Because you'd need the team. I do agree. I'd even say why not? I'd even see. Could you not have like literally? So how many groups are there? 4.
Yeah.
Could you not have 2 groups and have the top 2 go into qualification?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think that would make it really interesting. Imagine 2. So a group of 7 and a group of 6. That would be really, really interesting.
Can you remember when you were speaking to
Chance Lake? Good save from the best keeper in the world.
Sebastian Serbyfield again. Can you remember when?
Yes, we are watching Turks and Caicos Islands very quickly. Sorry to cut across.
Yeah, what's the chat? Sorry.
No, that's all right. Dutch Caribbean sides, technically better overall. Such small populations. Yeah, I do think they are better technically overall, and I also think we'll see, the larger Dutch Caribbean nations get to some World Cups soon, whether that's Suriname or Curacao. I've also been really impressed by Aruba as well, being one of the poorer sides, and obviously Dutch St Maarten as well.
I can't remember what we were talking about.
We were talking about the 2 groups, maybe.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. And sorry, we had a. Hi guys, you watching TCA? We are.
Yeah.
This is basically
TCI.
Turks and Caicos Islands fan TV.
It is. Yeah. If you can't tell from the kits, that is who we are watching.
It's still 0-0. 25 minutes in. It's been a couple of half chances for both teams. Nothing.
Quality's been poor.
Yeah, the quality has been quite poor actually.
It does make you like, what skill
nice.
from Paul?
He's offside again.
No, I think he's on there. I think the centre back's playing.
He's offside. He wants it quicker, but I don't think he could have done that any quicker.
No.
Just hold your run a little bit.
I'm not convinced he is off there personally. Very proud of Puerto Rico getting promoted. Hope Cuba go to League A. One thing I will say is you'd be very disappointed if Puerto Rico didn't get promoted from that group.
Yeah.
If Cuba get to League A, that would be brilliant.
Especially after the Cayman Islands and British Virgin Islands drew both
twice.
games.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico were. I don't know why in my prediction, because I know that I said that Cayman Islands. I think it was because I was trying to be different. I think it's because I was trying to be different than you.
Cayman Islands were poor against British Virgin Islands, though.
Yeah, they were.
Or were British Virgin Islands good? I'd say a mixture of both. Cayman Islands should beat BVI, and then it's different because it could come down to goal difference. They only lost. What was their score against?
3-0.
Yeah, so 3. Well, it's still
Cayman
quite a big.
Islands.
Yeah, still quite a big win for Puerto Rico then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I didn't say that in my prediction. So when we go back and react,
you've got it wrong
when we
because you
react
said Cayman
to our-
Islands who could come bottom on goal difference.
Yeah. Well, they won't because BVI got battered, didn't they?
Well, we don't know what the next Puerto Rico Caymans game's going to be.
True. Cooling break at the moment. I wonder how hot it is out there.
Not as hot as it was in Doha, I don't think.
Oh,
so you know that Australia. I mean, it cooled down because it was the evening. By the way, it's 3 hours ahead in Qatar to the United Kingdom. Oh no, it's actually I think it's 2 now because of BST.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. The game's kicked off at 7 p.m. UK time, so 9 o'clock at night in those games. So obviously then goes through to almost midnight by the time it's extra time, and it went to extra time, didn't it, before penalties.
Yep.
So that's 2 hours on from a game that kicks off at 9. So the penalties were taken at about just after 11 p.m. Local Qatar time, and it was still about 30 degrees.
So hot.
During the day yesterday, it got to 38 Celsius.
This is why the World Cup couldn't be played there now.
Yeah.
This is why it is in November and December to give players a fighting chance. Otherwise, mate, you'd have games in that searing heat, and the quality would be on its arse basically because you have just players would absolutely be gassed out.
Yeah.
Half an hour in here, nothing doing really. If you're new and have just ducked in, we kind of keep saying this really, but we kind of have a few people that join us. Drop a comment in, drop a like. We're just watching Turks and Caicos Islands versus St Maarten. Saint Maarten. And we're just having a chill one tonight. We're just chatting football. We're talking through Nations League stuff, maybe some AFCON bits. We're talking through Asian Cup stuff. We're kind of just enjoying this chilled Tuesday night, mate, with a hell of a lot of good CONCACAF Nations League stuff. Christopher Luisi in the book for the Turks and Caicos Islands.
Yeah. It wasn't the best tackle. Yeah, the whole officiating staff is female, which is fantastic. Great opportunity for them. Fantastic to see. I've seen it a few times throughout this tournament. Is this a yellow card?
That's soft.
For me, I don't think that's a yellow card there.
Soft, that.
Personally, Luisi in the book. Tough time for him. He's quite a rash player, so there's a good chance he'll get sent off here.
There's a good chance he'll get
Half
sent
an hour and he's on a yellow. He'll probably get sent off. I think that's the way it will go.
Yeah, I think that's a bit pessimistic. Half an hour and still 0-0. We're waiting for the collapse. By the way, I don't want this to come across pessimistic, but typically in the Turks and Caicos Islands, when they concede one, they concede 3.
Well, given that they've not conceded less than 3 in any of their games so far, this is what breaks me though, because they've played 3 games, they've conceded 15.
Yeah, scored a few.
They scored 4, 5.
How did they get on in the first game? How did they get on in the first game?
Turberfield's going to get booked for time wasting as well. He's clearly been told to time waste. They lost 4-1, 3-2, 8-2.
8-2. 8-2.
8-2 to this lot.
I know.
By the way, no disrespect to Saint Maarten, they've not constructed an attack.
They've had a few chances. They've got
They scored 8 in the last game.
How though? What happened?
I don't know.
Do you not look at that and think, what the hell happened? What happened?
It's just the batting collapse though, isn't it?
Yeah. The famous batting collapse.
Yeah.
Did you see the New Zealand test result today? Not talking about football, this is just cricket now.
Yeah, it was a great chase. Great run chase.
Yeah,
they Stoke.
Yeah, they smashed it.
Yeah. We're playing more offensively now, we've got Stokes as captain now.
Yeah. Yeah, unreal.
Also, I will be heartbroken the day that you can't have Broad and Anderson in an attack.
Yeah.
Oh, if he gets that right, there's half a chance. You know who's not... This is an interesting game, actually, because you've got two poor sides that have decent strikers. Forbes bearing down on goal here. Dodgy bounce. Defender deals with it well.
Defender's done really well there, I think.
The bounce almost helps him out, because it forces him to head it backwards. If he heads back towards goal, Forbes would intercept. You've got 2 teams here with a decent striker, and you've got Forbes, and then you've also got Herwin Lake, who can't be underestimated. Both teams are just trying to get it to their main man up top, but neither being successful so far. Evening, Ilias. Thanks for joining us again. Great to have you with us. And FM Ireland, Hong Kong. They've performed really well. I was surprised by the manner of their defeat to India. But nonetheless, great for them to qualify.
Can I just say, no. I thought... it goes to show...
Talk about Afghanistan.
I was going to talk about Afghanistan. Yeah. What's happened there?
I don't know.
I thought they were more of a solid outfit.
By the way, but they're not, though. I don't know why it's shown the table like that. Cambodia are bottom of the group.
They're not bottom of the group.
Yeah, Cambodia are bottom.
If it's done on... Is it done on goal difference or is it done on head-to-head?
Yeah, but what difference does it make? It was 1-1.
True. Yeah, true. But yeah, that's a very valid point.
So Afghanistan have come joint bottom of the group on 1 point, drawing with Cambodia, which is a poor result in and of itself.
But Hong Kong, I have to say, I didn't think that Hong Kong had that in their locker, if I'm being honest. Really good first win.
Oh dear, half a chance for Saint Maarten. Now they skipped inside Luisi. I'm not sure how much contact's on the ball there, if I'm honest. Corner to Saint Maarten.
But the really good win against Afghanistan.
Yeah, 2-1. It's a great win.
To sort of set the tone. And then the 3-0 win against Cambodia.
I would have expected all the teams to beat Cambodia. Cambodia try hard, but they're just not that good. Corner whipped in, cleared away.
Matthew Elliott, Wing K Orr scored in that game for them. That's mad, isn't it? But I thought, because Hong Kong had a little bit of a purple patch a couple of years ago where they did well with kind of like an eligibility maybe a loophole. Is loophole harsh? Maybe.
No,
but basically they had a lot of people that I think they had some kind of Ghanaian-born players that were representing them, which is kind of look at it on the face of it. It's kind of strange, isn't it? All the rest let that one go.
No, I don't think that's a foul. To be
chance it. Oh no, crosses over the hit.
Throw in though.
Yeah. So, so again, mate, I thought Afghanistan were a better side than that. 'Cause I know when we go back and we watch our,
I think that we said Afghanistan would come second in that group, though. I think that we said that Hong Kong would probably come third, and Cambodia would come last. And I don't know if that shows. I don't think we underestimated Hong Kong too badly. I just think we massively overestimated Afghanistan. I thought they'd win that. Yeah. I honestly thought they would get close to winning that group. I mean, they're playing the offside trap here. Saint Maarten, and Forbes is not doing much to stay onside.
Oh,
well cleared again. Saint Maarten have been quite solid defensively, dealing with the counter-attack up against a quick back line of Turks and Caicos Islands. And here they go on the counter-attack themselves.
Where's the keeper?
He's done all right there, though.
Herwin Lakes Fury.
Herwin
or Gerwin?
I imagine it's Herwin because it's Dutch, isn't it?
Let's have a quick canvas.
How would you possibly...
It's Gerwin. Got all the lineups.
Yeah, I'm saying that it's a soft G is what I'm saying. I'm not denying the spelling of it.
Herwin. Okay, got it. Yeah, okay.
It's more like a Herwin. Plus, I've listened to commentary and they say Herwin.
Okay. Indonesia are 7-0 against Nepal. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like the Azcows are going home, which is disappointing for them.
They will be going home. You're dead right. And your video earlier that you explained...
I was 100% correct.
Yeah, you are.
100%. Thoughts on New Zealand falling short? I think that they were... I think there was an element that they were always going to fall short because Costa Rica are a decent side. I just think, the goal they conceded was poor and they got unlucky. There was a red card. Yeah, gutted for them, to be honest. I'd have loved them to have made it there. They're outside the top 100. So it would have been brilliant for them to qualify for the World Cup. But overall, not surprised that New Zealand have fallen short in that one. Can you quickly check the Bonaire score for us?
Yes, sir. We are currently 48 minutes in on that one, and it's 2-0 still.
2-0 still to Bonaire, who will look to win this group, and they'll be in a really good position should they win this game. Cambodia have improved last few years, still not quite the whipping boys they used to be, for sure. I remember watching them at the Suzuki Cup, and they performed a little bit better. They're certainly very attacking, and Kuchta Kumfeg is a decent player for them. But like you say, they're not quite there. They're not quite where they need to be.
No,
better than Timor-Leste, but still not
in
as good.
2019, they lost 14-0 to Iran in World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah.
So
Iran are good though.
They're doing better. They lost semi recently last year. They lost 8-0 to Bahrain, 10-0 to Iran again.
It's a good team that they're playing.
Yeah,
I think it's more like they played Malaysia and lost 3-1.
Yeah, only lost 4-2 to Indonesia. Beat Laos 3-0. What's happened to...
I think Mackinson Cadet's just been booked as well for accumulation. There's 2 bookings.
I thought Afghanistan would go through too. So it's not just...
Yeah, it's not just us that thought Afghanistan would go through.
Just bang some from the back.
Go for it. Ryan ducks away to take painkillers because he injures himself at every available opportunity. If you can't hear his grunting and groaning in the background. Yeah, I think the equalising goal could have stood in the New Zealand game. I do agree with the red card. Personally, I know Ryan doesn't. As the ball's whipped in here for Saint Maarten, and Mackinson Cadet clears it up and away, but it's a miscue, and it is out for a corner to Saint Maarten. Yeah, I think their equalising goal should have stood. I don't think it's too much of a foul. I think as he's falling to the floor, the player just trips over him. Yeah, as soon as they go to the VAR monitor, it's an overturned decision, isn't it? Nowadays, that seems to be how it works.
I thought the red was harsh.
How's your back?
It's quite sore. So I was playing golf on Saturday,
and that was enough.
And yeah, that was enough for an injury.
Chance. Turbyfield does enough to put off the oncoming attackers, but any contact from Saint Maarten, and that's in the back of what would then be an empty net as the ball's whipped in. So a really good ball back in, actually. It's from that awkward distance where you just need to kind of Sebastian Larsen it. Yeah. It works as every regular microwave works. The microwave. Are you having a hot water bottle on a stream?
No. What I do is I've got this fluffy dinosaur.
Sure. That you cook.
That I put in the microwave, yeah. And it makes it really warm when I put it behind my back. So it's really sort of sad, boring stuff to talk about, isn't it? But hey, that's what we're here for. If anyone is watching that hasn't thrown a comment in, why the hell not? Get involved. We're just having a chin whack, watching a bit of footy. 39 minutes in, mate, and he's still 0-0. How do you feel? Are you still waiting for the first half collapse?
Yeah, still waiting for the first half
collapse. They do like that, don't they? At like the end of the half, or it's always at the start or the end of the half, or the middle, or.
I think it's normally it's some point in the half.
There's just a period where good tackle. There's just a period where they just ship a glut of goals.
Yeah, Sint Maarten are growing more and more into the game. I'd say. The thing again, I actually don't think that the Turks and Caicos Islands are defending too badly, but I think they're just defending en masse, so it's just hitting players.
Yeah.
So that's a good area. I think Sint Maarten are also defending very well though.
Yeah.
Dealing with the counter attack, dealing with the long ball. Yeah.
What have we? Actually, let's not. I was going to talk about a few other things, but let's just hold and let's kind of watch this for the last 5 minutes of this half. Let's watch this quite closely. Because
and commentate on it a little bit, I suppose. Junior Paul plays a long ball over the top.
What
He's
a
found
ball.
Forbes.
Here goes Forbes.
Who's
He's
onside.
1v1. He shifts it to the left. It's a chance for a shot from Billy Forbes. Oh my goodness! It's not even that close, but I thought it was.
Yeah, defended well, I'd say personally. I think the defender's done really well there. Found Forbes. I think that was Junior Paul with a swinging pass over the top. The defender does well. It just bobbles up a little bit as he strikes it, and it goes just wide of the near post. But a good chance, nonetheless. I would still have Forbes deeper and Junior Paul further forward. I would swap those two. And I would almost... See, I think this is Junior Paul. You've got Raymond Burry up front, but he's played a good ball through there, Raymond Burry. And here is Forbes with a chance. It's a great save.
Oh, he's got a score, mate.
It's a great... Mate, what are you talking about? That's a great save.
It's a good save. It's a great save. But Forbes has had chances on the counter.
He has. Back post. Is that Luisi? He'll probably fall over. And he does.
Oh, I thought that was going to be... Ollie's commented, mate, what time's the Montserrat game? Are you going to break it?
Oh, yeah. Heartbreak. The Montserrat game has been postponed. Counter-attacking chance. This could be a red card.
Yellow. What happened there? I missed it, to be honest.
I'm surprised you turned to me and went, yellow, because you didn't actually watch what happened. The Montserrat game has been postponed. Montserrat were unable to travel to Bermuda as we see the Billy Forbes chance again. I just think that's a really good save.
The keeper's played well here for...
He has, annoyingly. He's played well for Sint Maarten. And then down the other end, okay, we won't get a chance to see that, but it's another yellow card, the third yellow card in the half for the Turks and Caicos Islands, and it's Jose Elcius who picks it up. There's no one. They're not in the most athletic shape, are they? And here's a chance. Herwin Lake, free kick, I'd say about 23, 24 yards out with this one. The wall being set up. Not got the biggest height advantage. The Turks and Caicos Islands. The only player that you'd say of any real physical attribute is Burry, height-wise. Jet Francois on the bench. Shan Junior's on the bench.
Yeah.
Oh, Christopher Luisi's tall as well, to be fair. But here comes Lake, and he actually hits it directly into the wall. Luisi has to be careful here. He's on a yellow card, but he clears it well. Run at him, Paul.
Junior Paul.
Win something.
And he has.
He's done well. Junior Paul, yeah.
And just a couple of minutes until...
No, the plane didn't get lost in that damn triangle. Good question, though. We don't know the reason. That could be it. It could be triangle related. We'll find out first here on DNQ. That's great from Burry. I think Burry's had a good half.
He has played
Billy
well.
Forbes shrugs off the tackle. He's got to go cross goal.
Oh! Mate, we've not had enough goal light action tonight.
I know. Where's the goal light been?
0-0.
The Bonaire keeper is backing a few extra pounds. That's what you get at League C. It's just geezers who just are not footballers. Particularly keepers. It's who can kick it the furthest on the island.
Yeah. Who can catch it?
Yeah.
Who can catch
sort of.
Who can sort of catch it? But
is there any score update from that game?
Great shout. It is still 2-0, 56 minutes in.
Doubled up defending. Again, it's two players on Herwin Lake at all times. As Luisi gets involved.
Oh,
I tell you what, that should be a yellow card back
Get in
the other way.
book, man.
Back the other way, that should be a yellow card. This referee has given 3 yellow cards to the Turks and Caicos Islands and not a single one to Saint Maarten. Disgraceful.
It's disgusting.
It is. Don't take it, Christopher. I think it is a back 5.
Oh, mate.
We've
watched some exciting
to be honest,
games,
it's a back 10.
We've watched some exciting
We've
games.
watched fluid games.
0-0. The quality, what do we think? What would you give the quality out of 10?
Of this game?
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
It's not 1, but
No.
it's not any more
It's
than
not-
2.
it's not
that's
1.
that's the style of football that Turks and Caicos Islands are playing.
Yeah.
If they can ping it long, they will.
I'm liking Raymond Burry, actually.
He's looked quite good. I don't know why he's not playing.
So in your video where you created him as a player,
Yeah.
what stats did you give his pace?
Oh, not that high.
No, okay.
Like-
It looks like he's got a turn of pace though. That's a foul.
Yeah, that's the same player. That challenge
Release
shrugged
it.
off. That's a good ball.
Forbes.
Get round him. Get round him. You're in.
Oh, it's a
Save.
corner,
It's a save.
Oh, mate, Forbes has had chances on the break.
This Saint Maarten keeper is playing out of his skin.
Yeah, he is. Oh,
Come on, the Turks and Caicos Island fan TV.
3 minutes of additional time. I can't believe we've not scored.
I was gonna
With this
say.
many chances that have fallen to the feet of Billy Forbes, that's a foul, by the way. He should. Yeah, that would have been pulled back had there been VAR.
It's a tough angle.
It's a great save.
good
Tips
save.
around his near post. We didn't actually see the corner get taken because we were too busy watching the replay. Don't shoot. They can't kick it hard enough to score from that distance. Man of the match so far, Saint Maarten. Goalkeeper for Saint Maarten. That's how you pronounce it, actually.
Yeah, that's his name, right?
Yeah. 2 minutes to go in this first half. Still 2-0 to Bonaire coming up to the 60-minute mark, so we will duck away at half-time. We could switch over to the Bonaire game, but they'll probably have a drinks break soon anyway. Is there going to be one more chance in this half? Turks and Caicos Islands...
3 minutes of added on time. Where do they get it from?
I don't know. In my opinion, Turks and Caicos Islands should be leading this game.
Yeah, they should.
Who is this? Is this
They've had
Junior
more than
Paul?
enough chances, and also it's 2 or 3 of them have fallen to Billy Forbes.
Yeah.
And he's just not. He's not finished them, mate.
No, I know. You know what? Good saves, but he hasn't finished them.
I'm disappointed that
The
the
ball
lack
just
of
swung
goal-
forward. Oh my goodness, what a touch! Oh, he's offside. What a touch, though. He's played well at times, actually.
The little
House in this game. Yeah, the little lad, who I bullied before the game kicked off.
You didn't bully him.
I know.
Well, maybe you did.
A few years' time, he might be okay. They've got a few players for the future, but I worry that every other team is going to get way better, and Turks and Caicos Islands are only going to get a tiny bit better.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, mate. To be honest.
And I would also argue that, so for example, Callum Park's going to be good.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to be decent. Is Howells going to be better than Marco? No. Is he going to be better than Beljour? Probably not.
Where is Belgium?
I'm not sure.
Drop him a message on Instagram, why don't you?
Yeah, soccer junkie.
Oh, is that his handle?
Mm.
How do you know that?
Lenford Singh's his world boss.
Is it? Why?
And the boss
thing
is
though-
$$.
Why? So how old was Lenford
Oh,
Singh?
like 35.
So he's going, let me sort out my Instagram.
You know what he needs? So
Username.
he's bald at the moment. He needs the Vidal.
What? Oh, the
spikes.
Arturo.
Yeah, the Arturo.
You know,
Chance here for Saint Maarten. That's a decent ball in as well.
Is that a high foot, ref?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah, they do,
thankfully. Yeah.
So he, as a 35-year-old
grown
man,
man.
has gone, they want me to type in a username.
World boss.
But rather than Lenford Singh, he's gone, no. He's typed in Lenford.Singh, deleted it.
Maybe someone's taken it.
Lenford_Singh. No,
Yeah.
someone's taken
Oh no,
that
someone's
as well.
taken that too.
I need to do World Boss.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's taken World Boss. What if I add $2 to...
Minnow Nation 11 of best Instagram usernames.
Oh.
That would be good. There's some good ones.
Half time, mate. Thoughts? Should be winning, pal.
Should be. So Turks and Caicos Islands should be winning.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see another stunning game of Turks and Caicos Islands playing just as well as the opposition and conceding.
And still heavily.
Can still
Do you
concede
know what is
3 or 4.
incredible? Like, we've watched 45 minutes. How did they lose to this team?
8-2. I know, it's 0-0 at half time. They lost 8-2 in the reverse fixture.
The keepers, the Bonaire keepers, it could be 2-0 to Turks and Caicos.
It could be.
Because if Billy Forbes had his
Yeah.
shooting boots on,
Yeah, and the keeper was having an off day. I love that Burry's wearing a headband. There is
But he's
no
wearing-
hair that would ever go in his
so
eyes.
Raymond Burry, for the jokes, he's got a headband here.
Yeah, it's here,
It's here just above his eyebrows.
and then here, cornrows.
Yeah, that don't move.
That don't move.
Yeah.
What are you expecting to go in your eyes?
Oh god.
Anyway, we're going to duck away, take a short break for half time, but we will be back in 5 or 10 minutes to bring you the second half of Turks and Caicos Islands versus Saint Maarten. Come on, the TCI, and then we will also be keeping you up to date with the League B match.
Is
Yes,
Guyana,
but so League B, Group B match.
yes.
Ultimately, a bit of a decider in terms of who wins this group between Haiti and Guyana. That should be a good one. Yeah, Turks and Caicos Islands doing all right tonight. I totally agree. And we will see you in the second half. The second half is about to kick off. Sort of. The players aren't even out yet, but we are. That's the most important thing. Why are you suddenly so much higher up?
That's because I'm sat forward.
Oh, you're just far closer.
Because I'm eating.
You dwarf me.
Oh, sorry, bad language. We don't condone bad language on this channel.
No.
Basically,
It's disgraceful.
I've got a couple of digestives, and it's so hot in here they've started melting.
Yeah.
All over my hands.
It is warm in here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good though. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I've sat further forward, so that I can eat my digestives whilst wiping my hands. If you're interested, Bonaire is still 2-0 up, 73 minutes in.
Well, it looks like is it raining there? Yeah, it looks like there's a bit of a downpour, so the pitch will get sodden. High quality pitch, so it'll be interesting to see how that impacts the game. Well, there's a bold tactic. We'll see how it plays out.
Is that dodgeball?
That's dodgeball, yeah. Looks like they're sacrificing it. Interesting tactic to see if it plays out. Something like that, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
Let go of my hands.
Love it, mate. Okay. Okay. Very nice.
Not quite.
No. No, don't worry.
I'll just do that, sure.
Mm-hmm.
That looks cool, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, so.
So. Oh, the best thing about the rain coming down is that the camera is now basically covered, so we can barely see what's going on. So that's going to make our commentary even better. We are going to commentate a little bit more the second half because, quite simply, we've run out of talking points from the world of international football that we haven't said already. So like and subscribe as we go into this second half. The rain is pouring. It's not going to be that hot anymore in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Thank you so much.
We can hardly see.
I genuinely can't see that well, yeah. Going in for the kill. You watch that thumbnail change. What will be a good group for Turks and Caicos Islands? Promotions in the next Nations League.
Oh, God.
To be honest, this is one of the easiest groups they could have got. Someone needs to wipe this camera. Honestly, I'd love to show you how bad the camera is right now. You know what I'm going to.
Take a picture, mate.
This is the camera view that we've got from CONCACAF. This is on the... Can you see it alright?
Alright, let me have a little look.
Well, it's going to be the same as that, isn't it? You've got to watch the whole of the ad.
2 secs. Well, you're not even looking at it yet?
I think I am.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we can see.
Someone just needs to get a cloth over that.
Someone needs to desperately get a cloth over it.
Oh,
So one of the teams is on the ball.
Oh, mate, that's so funny.
We move.
I think, yeah, good. Very funny. Very funny.
So that's what we're watching at the moment. What would be a good group for Turks and Caicos Islands? There's not much better you could get.
BVI,
Anguilla.
Cayman Islands.
Are they worse than USVI on paper?
Um,
I don't think they. I don't think they are. Anguilla, but Anguilla are playing better. It would be Anguilla, BVI, and one other, wouldn't it? Arguably USVI.
yeah, it would. It would. Who else has been sort of a little bit battered in this?
I don't think any of them have actually been battered anywhere near as bad. Looks like it's brightening up a tiny bit. You guys
What about French St Maarten?
I think not done that bad, have they?
Well, they've got 2 points from 3 games.
They've wiped the camera, and here goes Howell.
They must have joined our live stream.
They've joined the live stream and gone, you know what, that isn't good enough, and they've changed it.
Fair play. Fair play.
Fair play. No, we're not. We're just showing you how bad the the quality of the stream was that we were watching. It's different now. They've
Is
wiped
it-
the camera.
Yeah, it's a hell of a lot better. Is it bad that I don't know what Roblox is?
I have no idea.
Oh,
Just
okay.
trying to wing it. So,
Oh, okay.
but thanks for just highlighting that. Junior Paul's on the ball. Gives it to Forbes. Turns. Plays it to Bury. Space to run. Shuffles inside well. Keeps
Just go
going.
on your own, Raymond. Go on, Raymond.
Find something.
Oh, we've dropped out. We've dropped out. Connect us, Tom. Connect us. It's a goal.
It's a goal!
It's a goal. We missed the goal.
We missed the goal because
the goal light
it
on.
dropped out, but the goal lights are on, and it's
I
1-0.
cannot believe it.
There we go. There we go.
Huge. Come on. Raymond Bury did particularly well down the left-hand side.
Yeah, I mean, we can pretty much see what
Here we
happened,
go,
right?
here we
He
go,
just
here
got
we
a
go.
good delivery in, and Junior Paul tapped it home, I imagine. Oh, it's a poor ball in, but... Oh, it's good play from Paul. Skips around the keeper and squeezes it in at the near
Get
post.
in.
And we are 1-0 up. Can you guys play Minecraft or something? Not particularly. So, cool.
Can you guys play Minecraft? As in, what? Turn off the football and put Minecraft on?
Yeah.
What's this? Wings of Fatness.
Wings of Fatness, hit a dislike on this video for us. That'd be grand. Just help that algorithm
Is
out.
that Junior Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that his second CONCACAF Nations League goal?
I think you're in the wrong stream, mate.
Look here, listen. Appearing offline does not stop it, so stop giving advice you know nothing about.
I don't know what advice we've given.
Neither do I, mate.
Sorry, mate. You've
Sorry.
clearly rattled.
Finally a goal.
Finally a goal, yes.
100% and a good goal for the Turks and Caicos Islands. TCI, is it CCI Fan TV or TCA Fan
It'll
TV?
be I don't know, Turks and Caicos Islands Fan TV, probably. Go full name it.
Turks and Caicos Islands Fan TV. Of the two of us, who do you think would be the ranter? Who would you think would be the one? It would be you, actually. I'm more
It would be me.
calm and composed, whereas
Yeah.
you sort of boil over, don't you?
I can do.
I have to
It's
say, they
required.
need to get Raymond Bury on the ball as much as possible.
That's
What's the guy? The guy is clueless. That's a great ball.
slowed
It's a
down a
Forbes.
bit. Forbes has done well.
Oh,
Poor pass.
I don't think his passing's been great tonight,
No,
actually.
it's not been great. But they go again. I tell you who's played well, Raymond Bury.
He is. And it's a throw into
Has
the
played
Turks and
well.
Caicos Islands. And they're 1-0 up, mate. They are 1-0 up. Oh.
And now treatment. They've gone back for a bit of treatment. Yeah, finally a goal in this game. It needed a goal, I think.
Yeah, it did.
Just to open it up, if nothing else.
1-0. That pitch, we've got a bit of a closer up shot of the pitch, and it looks poor. What happened here then?
I don't think there's a lot
That's
in there,
nothing
if I'm
in
honest.
that. The Saint Maarten player has gone down. There was nothing in that, was there, mate? Didn't
I
look like
don't.
there
I
was
don't think so. I don't think so.
I like how the cameraman is really trying. Yeah. I think so.
You might be referring to me and my camera work skills, of course. Showing you how bad the other cameraman
Yes,
was. It's
yeah.
like Inception.
Yeah.
Long
Yes.
throw in from Luisi to no one. No one was there for it, but you know we move. We go again.
Come on. I can't believe the goal went in and
We missed it. I
We missed
know
the
it's
goal.
terrible. I feel like
Raymond Bury's in the corner, he's time wasting, but
he's doing well though. I think he's playing really well this game. Oh, that's insane
good feat.
skill.
he's got to be careful actually, he's on a yellow, isn't he?
Yeah, but he always, I said, didn't I? After 37 minutes, I said that I think he'd get sent off.
So for anyone that's hopping back in that hasn't said anything, why the hell not?
Yeah.
Say hello. Whereabouts are you watching from? We're sat in the UK and we're currently both wearing Turks and Caicos Islands shirts, cheering on the Turks and Caicos Islands as they take on Saint Maarten.
Junior Paul unhappy there. Thinks he's been fouled. I don't think there was
1-0.
too much in it.
1-0, a Junior Paul goal for the Turks and Caicos Islands.
Mm.
We've got Bonaire, US Virgin Islands, which is happening as well at this moment in time. It's still 2-0. Is there any news on any other nations joining CONCACAF AFC, OFC? I know the St. Pierre, Miquelon and Greenland are looking at joining.
I think that Greenland will probably be joining.
Well, they're trying to. So Greenland had an unsuccessful application into UEFA, and now CONCACAF is their next kind of region that they're trying to. But
I think for some of the smaller islands, like Saint Pierre and things like that, I think it'll be more difficult because I know that Saint Maarten have tried in the past.
Haven't some of these? Like, I don't know who it is actually. But they've got like a little bit of beef with FIFA because of.
Billy Forbes is in, half a chance. Goes at the defender, skips round him, but it's covered. Poor play.
There. I think the defender did quite well, actually.
Yeah, I think they defended quite well, actually. Saint Maarten, apart from that one chance, and that came from Bury. Just a bit of individual brilliance from him, wasn't it?
Here we go.
But here's the chance, though. Overload on the right-hand side. Numbers get back quickly. Didn't quite play that as optimally as they could. Saint Maarten, but there's still half a chance. Ball cleared, but the wrong way.
I can't even kick it, these lot.
No, and it's over the bar.
Whoo!
Poor. So yeah, not sure about the smaller nations, but I know that Greenland are looking to join CONCACAF, and it'll be interesting to see how they go. Do you know why they were unsuccessful in UEFA?
No, I don't actually. I don't know the reason behind it. But no, I don't know of any other kind of applications actually.
It was Cadet with that poor clearance.
We should have a look at that actually. We should probably be all over it. I mean, it's an awful lot of football going on at the moment.
Yeah.
Do you know what I found?
Something we'll be looking at in the off season.
When I've just gone on to like our DNQ Twitter, we follow quite a lot of Minnow Nation pages. So the reason I know about the Greenland thing is because I was just scrolling through our Twitter and you just see loads of like facts and stuff, and it's it's good. It's good. I like it.
I think that's the best thing that we've kind of used social media for, really. I mean, we've put stuff out there before on like Instagram and things like that, some of the graphics that we do, but actually the main utility of it is finding out teams, lineups, and kind of squads and things like that, and engaging with fans.
And just got information on regions and associations and teams. It's good. Like we don't get over the bar for Saint Maarten.
Saint Maarten, they started to pick up a little bit, apply a little bit more pressure. We don't do a. We do a few like graphic bits, don't we? But nothing kind of groundbreaking. We'd like to do a little bit. We'd like to sort of do more and get more from it, but we only do this kind of as and when we get, as when time allows, mate, isn't it? Yes, absolutely. Chance of Saint Maarten down the right hand side. Oh, well defended. I think that the key to the defending in this game for the Turks and Caicos Islands has just been defending en masse. Just a number of players getting in the way, and it really is everyone behind the ball apart from Forbes.
Oh my goodness me, the ref that's never a foul.
Yeah, and she'll probably book Junior Paul as well.
She's booked so many
Turks and Caicos Islands players, I know. It's been crazy. It's been just crazy.
This number 23 is pretty good actually.
Yeah, and he skips inside Paul, who can't now touch him.
Neither can Luisi either.
No, and Luisi's there, and he comes away with the ball. Pretty decent play, and he then gets fouled off the ball, and the referee's then not given anything.
It's a joke, mate.
Good pace. Good ball through.
Billy Forbes is in again for the Turks and
Hit
Caicos
it, Bills.
Billy Forbes.
Well blocked. Good defending. They've defended so well, actually.
I have to say, the right-sided centre-back and the right-back that are marking, they've done quite well, I think, for Saint Maarten.
Pace and ball through from Calixto was brilliant there.
Yeah, it was.
Touch from Forbes isn't bad.
The recovery...
It's just good recovery. It's just good defending.
It's just a good recovery. Corner to TCA. Come on, the boys.
Yeah. I've only just even read the typo in FM Ireland's message. I read it just as joining, but he's actually put Joybib. Which I'm assuming means the same. So Junior Paul's taking this left-footed. Maybe why I missed that chance earlier, which was on his right. They play it short.
Oh, God.
Why you take it short, I don't know.
Straight from the training ground.
Bury then kicks it against himself. They're sort of still on the ball. Oh dear. That's one of the worst corner kick routines I've ever seen. That is honestly one of the worst corner kick routines I've ever seen.
Like the charge.
Cue rash challenge any moment now. You ready?
Yeah.
Red card.
You can't be calling him before anything's even happened. Good header out. Yes, Raymond. Oh, he's lost it.
No, he's played well this game. Ref's probably going to give that a free kick. Oh, good tiki-taka. Go long. We've gone long all game.
What do you think if TCA were to ever play... I mean, imagine if they played San Marino. Oh, what a ball!
Yeah, but that was Cadet. He had time there. Is this? Yeah, that was Howes.
Still 1-0, 57 minutes in.
If they played San Marino, it would be like 12.
Yeah, I wonder what. Yeah, I wonder how San Marino would get on.
It's just a ridiculous. Their world ranking for San Marino is ridiculous, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but even in like Nations League, League C and UEFA, they still lose every game, don't they? I think they might
Yeah, but
draw.
to who? Good, solid teams.
To
No, they didn't. They lost in the end.
Did they?
Ball swept forward. It's a
Yeah,
good
they
ball.
have.
It runs through
So they've
to Bury.
they've
But they've got
I think
Estonia and Malta in the group, right?
Yeah, it's quite difficult.
Bury hits it. Poor delivery. It's not actually gone out yet. Cadet's tackled by his own man.
I think his own man trod on his foot.
Yeah, but they defend it quite well. San Marino get a raw deal. They absolutely do. Estonia, like a decent footballing
They are,
nation.
yeah, decent.
Oh, that ball swept forward. That's a good ball. Keeper's come a long way.
Oh, he got away with that, I think.
Let's not forget that he is a beach soccer player.
Who? Turbyfield?
Yeah, and he plays like it at times as well. Coming out of his goal line wherever possible. I just wouldn't aim for Howes on the ball, to be honest. He's not the best player.
Oh, he could have led. Oh, it's just
Yeah,
Atkinson.
it's Mac, yeah. He'll find the ball.
He's good.
Yeah.
Good clip again.
Yeah, it's a great clip and find areas.
Yeah, he turns them, doesn't he? Actually.
Yeah. And that's, you know what? That's what he should do, and that's why he plays that holding role, and he finds areas. That's why I would go with Forbes and Paul on the wing at times, if that's the style of football. If it's going to be solely counter-attack,
Yeah.
Forbes and Paul on the wings. Maybe Bury or Singh or someone that could just hold it up front.
Into the last few moments of the Bonaire USVI game, by the way.
Still 2-0 there.
Yeah, still 2-zip. Oh, that's a late tackle. That's got to be a yellow card.
No, it's up for a throw. He's won the ball.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's the camera. Still, they must have.
It's the camera, yeah. Bit of rain in the air.
Pain on it still.
Mm-mm.
I have no idea what those messages were about.
Oh, what, from Wings of Fatness?
Mm,
No idea. I think he was in the wrong chat.
maybe. Maybe he's got this game going as well.
Yeah. I reckon he has. I think he's a St. Maarten fan.
Do you reckon?
Still 1-0 here.
I can't believe it cut out.
I know, for the goal.
Yeah.
That's a bad
horrible
tackle.
challenge.
That's a
I
bad
wouldn't even play advantage there. That is
Yeah,
just
just load the
straight
box.
up.
It's it. Oh,
It's
good
a good
block.
effort. Well blocked.
Camera?
Still alive.
Oh.
No, we didn't need to see that. That's great cameraman play. Yeah, that's not going to go away. Nah, fuck it. If that doesn't get called back for a booking based on some of the other fouls we've seen,
It's
by the way.
hilarious, isn't it? Hilarious.
Holyfield's getting stocky, you know. He's filling out.
Decent left peg and all.
Yeah.
Well, I think he can kick it.
Yeah, he can. It doesn't really get the kind of height on it, but he still gets the distance. I say that he's going to spoon this one, isn't he?
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What a night, mate. What a Tuesday night we've got.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to work tomorrow after about 4 hours sleep, and they're going to be like, "Oh, how come you're upset?" Well, you know, you look tired. What were you doing last night? I was sat watching the Turks and Caicos Islands versus St. Maarten in CONCACAF Nations League.
C Group A.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It feels that way. I was like, oh yeah, I was watching the football.
I called this as a 5-3 St. Maarten. It's been such a slow game, hasn't it? That's a great ball from Paul.
Forbes, I'd say, but Forbes has not got the better of this defender all night.
He has.
Oh, he's missed another one.
Now he's playing over that side. He's got the better of him comfortably. He should play more on the left, I think. Oh, more on the right.
Oh, God. How have they not scored more?
But this is the problem. Clinicality.
Yeah.
They had, don't forget, they had more shots than Bonaire in the 4-1 defeat.
Yeah.
So many potential teams, isn't there, in the CONCACAF region that could join, and of course, lots of them not FIFA registered nations either.
Who's his number 21, mate?
I'm actually not sure. Could be. Is that? I'm not sure if that's House. It looks about 12 though, so it could be Head.
Do you reckon? I think he's actually done okay.
He Can't risk him on a yellow then.
Do you know what I think you probably don't appreciate when you're watching these guys, actually, for the Turks and Caicos Islands? I reckon they're probably all really quick.
Yeah, yeah. Like even Burry, who's carrying a few extra. I don't think that's a foul there, personally. I think that's...
Get a foot in.
Cadet's not that quick, by the way.
Ooh.
Cadet isn't that quick. Where's this keeper?
Oh, no, but he does enough.
Yeah.
He does enough.
But also the players for the opposition are also quick. It's just a quick
they are.
region.
Oh, yeah. St. Barth. Wow, that'd be insane. That'd be insane.
It would just expand this tournament even more, wouldn't it? What an area. Keepers. Goal kick, Turks and Caicos Islands, half hour to go, including added time at the moment.
I can't believe Billy Forbes has not scored in this game.
I know. And you know what? It's a really good Turks and Caicos Islands goal.
That he had
no involvement in, yeah. That's why I would maybe play him a little bit deeper, though.
Yeah.
If you had him as part of a, three sort of defensive midfielders behind.
How's that a foul?
What?
Strange, isn't it? Some of his decisions.
He's just using his body. There's no foul there.
There's no foul there.
If you were to have sort of a tight midfield three behind Forbes in a sort of cam role, and then have Burry and Paul up front to just sort of tippy-tappy it between them.
That's a foul. Yeah. No, I agree.
I'd be interested to see what success that system would have, because clearly they're playing counter-attack. Clearly it's long ball. Still not seen that substitution for the Turks and Caicos Islands. Saint Maarten have made a change. This is danger zone.
Yeah, it is.
We've seen, I think it was the St Lucia's second goal was from this kind of position. It's out wide, a free kick that they can hit target. Do you like the fact that James Rene's got his shirt tucked in?
Yeah. Old school.
Like Aspilicueta.
Yeah. He's the Turks and Caicos.
He should go back stick, aim for goal, hope that someone deflects it. Yeah. But if he plays it short, they've got options. Decides to play it short, and they've let it run, one off the training ground. But now here's the chance for the counter-attack. Forbes will bring it forward, play it, Bills.
Oh,
he's overrun it.
Wow, that's bad.
That would have been 2-0 if he plays that ball. He's not actually played that well tonight.
He's not played well.
He holds his hand up in apology.
The thing is as well, if that was the other way around, he would have absolutely screamed at the other player.
It was Cadet that was running through as well. I think he would have got the goal.
He's got to play.
Ooh, Lake is off.
Is that Lake? It's not Lake, I don't think.
Oh, is that not?
No.
Was that number 17?
No.
Oh, number 11, okay. So another substitution for Saint Maarten.
Attacking.
I can't believe it's 1-0.
Yeah.
When we end up losing, no one to blame but ourselves for wasted chances. Yeah. Forbes is trying to play that pass there. It's not selfishness that's cost him.
It's not clinical enough.
It's just, it'd almost be better just not trying to sprint with the ball there and just waiting for Cadet to just run into the space.
Doesn't need to take that touch.
No, not on this pitch.
No, just not at all.
Throw in Turks and Caicos Islands. Foul throw.
Foul throw? Yeah, foul throw.
International football.
Yeah.
.66 minutes on the clock. Few minutes away from the League B games starting.
Excuse me. This is number 23 for Saint Maarten. Actually, I know it's a poor cross, but he looked quite decent, I think.
Yeah, he's not looked bad. I think he's been one of their better players in this game. I'd also say that the right-sided central defender for Saint Maarten and the goalkeeper have played quite well.
Yeah, I agree, mate.
They have been pretty defensively solid. Turpyfield goes down there, he gets the ball and he decides to go down. It's clearly the tactic, he's been doing it all game.
Yeah.
I would argue that's not that helpful because it doesn't, there's still a chance for a counter-attack. You're only at 67 minutes.
That's where TC, I think Saint Maarten have had way more of the ball, haven't they?
Second half for sure. The tactic's clear that it's counter-attack, but You've just got to be way more clinical.
Yeah.
Because TCI Bonaire, Caicos Islands had more of the ball. Bonaire scored every time they attacked.
Yeah. Well, not every time, but
In the second half, they did.
yeah. Yeah, of course. This pitch. Look at how the ball bounces and bobbles around. It's actually mad.
You've almost got to wait for it to be flat.
Get a roller on that. Oh, that's a nice pass. Oh, that's nice. Good tackle.
But no, I'd argue. I think the ball's just got stuck there.
Loose. So,
I'm
yeah.
feeling loose.
So I've got get back from this,
Mm.
and then London
Got
tomorrow. I'm
challenge
getting
out.
a later training, so not too bad. Raymond, but that's a handball.
That's a handball.
That's a very clear handball.
Is that not booking?
Are they giving that as a free kick?
Yeah, no booking now. His arms like this to stop a counter attack, but sure.
Yeah, that would have been a harsh yellow though, I think.
No, what? We'll probably do a mixture.
I think we should do French Guiana. We'll flip between the two for sure. Oh, that's a good pass. I kind of think they.
We'll flick between the Nations League B games, yeah, that kick off in a minute.
I'd be
We'll probably watch the last 10 of this one and then switch over.
I'd be quite keen on watching the French Guiana game actually, because I've not watched much of them or Belize this tournament. I kind of know a lot about Belize. Don't know a huge amount about French Guiana apart from the fact they're having a really good tournament. It might be quite a good one to chuck on.
Yeah. So yeah, we will be covering those games that kick off in a few moments' time.
Yeah, but we're going to sort of see how this one.
We're going to see how this one plays out. Yeah, 20 to go in this.
We'll keep up to date with the scores though.
We will keep you up to date with the scores. Yeah. So there's a full-time result in League C Group A from earlier. I'd say not an unexpected result, but Bonaire running out comfy winners against USVI, which is pretty impressive. Saint Maarten now on the attack against the Turks and Caicos Islands. Everyone behind the ball for the Turks and Caicos Islands. Still on the attack. They play it out wide. That ended up being a good pass. They managed to get out of the way. Thank you very much to Monochrome 30 for joining us. And now the counter-attack for the Turks and Caicos Islands. And it's Forbes running down the wing. Plays it across. It's a chance. It's Junior Paul. It's a poor touch, but he scored. And it's 2-0. And it's another goal for Junior Paul. This time Forbes does get the pass right. And the Turks and Caicos Islands take a 2-0 lead. How many international goals is that for Junior Paul now?
3, my friend.
In how many caps?
3.
3.
Or 4. 4.
Is this game 4?
Yeah, it's game 4. Can we talk about? I think the goalie's done well for Saint Maarten, but when the ball's squared
You
across,
could just pass it into the other side of the goal, Junior Paul.
When the ball's squared across, the goalie's glued to his line, isn't he?
Yeah, he's glued to his line, and he's also. I'm so glad that didn't happen 20 seconds earlier, by the way. He's also sat down.
What a perfect moment to go there. Monochrome 30, 100%.
Yeah, keeper's glued to his line. Forbes just digs it out and sprays it across. It's a good pass. The first touch is poor. The keeper is glued to his line.
And he slots it.
And he slots it, Junior Paul.
Yeah.
And it's 2-0 to the Turks and Caicos Islands, which is absolutely bloody massive.
Again, the counter-attack, mate.
The counter-attack, and it works. And it works well. And now we are on a drinks break.
So are we ready for the crumble?
A bit of the apple crumble, so here for it. If you're watching this video, hit like, hit subscribe. It's good to have you with us. Drinks break here, and the other games kick off in the CONCACAF Nations League.
Yes, sir. 2-0. Just have a little bit of a check on any of the other bits and bobs that is going on at the moment. The other games are all just kicking off, so
yeah, the other games kick off now, so there's 15, 20 to go in this one.
Do you want some lineups for those games while this?
Yeah.
So Haiti, Guyana, Haiti, Placide, Arcas, Seance, Antoine, Pierre, Prunier, who's good up front, Etienne Junior, Fribourg, I don't think he played.
Yeah. No.
Steven Saber, Baptiste, and then
Alex Christian from
Yeah,
Guyana.
Alex Christian Jr., good player.
Akil Clark rather than
Qualum Roberts.
Yeah, Leo Lovell, Garrett
good
Jones, Mariah Welsh, Benjamin Welshman Dans, Ondarn Adams, and Duke McKenna. So
no Sam Cox.
no
in
Sam
the lineup.
Cox, no
Wonder
Neil
if he's-
Dans. Oh no, Neil Dans is
Neil
there.
Dans
Sorry,
is
I
there,
read
yeah.
that. And then the French Guiana side. 2 seconds was Saint Martin come forward. And
Well
it's
cleared.
And can TCA set up another counter attack? It doesn't look like it.
Oh,
Don't
unless
clip it now,
Hal
they
clips
can.
it. That's a great
Yes,
area.
clips it in behind, and it's Billy Forbes.
Al
Billy
strengths
Forbes.
his man.
He's running in on goal. It's Billy Forbes. It's still Billy Forbes. It's still Billy Forbes.
Oh,
It's
no
penalty.
Not given. I don't think it was.
No.
Personally, if that's the other way, I don't think it's a pen.
Okay.
50-50, good defending.
French Guiana and Belize. For French Guiana, Roman, Bal, Marmo, Ajeso, Nemuth. Again, apologies on poor pronunciation. Jean-Jacques, Bal, Saruko, Lesko, Bal, and Zidane.
Oh, Zidane. he's
For
in the team.
Belize,
Yeah.
Tillett in goal, Norman Anderson, Martinez, Moss, Dion McCauley, Luis Torres, Daryl Mevitt, Deshaun Nemhard.
Oh,
He had all the time in the world there. Everall Trapp, Avila, and Krishawn Lopez. the
Krishawn Lopez has
speed
impressed me
demon.
so far, the speed demon. Yeah, he's looked good. He has looked good. Let's look at this one again, this penalty shout.
It's not a pen.
That's not a pen, no.
penalty.
It's 50-50. Right decision from the referee.
Yes, sir.
If it's the other way, though. Just saying.
Wow.
Just saying.
So we're about to kick off in those games if they've not kicked off already. I don't know why my
Scores on the doors.
scores on the doors isn't updating. No, there we go.
Yeah, a
Cool,
couple
we're
of minutes in.
A couple of minutes in, still goalless in all of those games, and we'll.
Yeah. That's a penalty.
No, it's not. I thought he won the ball there. To be fair,
I think that the cross is delivered beforehand. Keeper
nice.
makes the most of it and goes down again. And this is where you can start to time waste now if you're Turbyfield and the Turks and Caicos Islands. 15 minutes away from a win. How did they lose 8-2 in the other game?
I don't know. Saint Martin are readying another couple of changes as Turbyfield clears this for the Turks and Caicos Islands. He's looking for. Is that Junior Paul or who's
Junior
that on the
Paul's
right hand
found
side?
himself.
No, it looks like it. Who's that?
Oh,
Who's
no,
that youngster on the right?
Howell.
How?
Yeah, Howell.
Howell.
Yeah. Who's played okay today, but
He's running.
still.
I mean, he's run around a fair bit. To be
Yeah,
fair,
they've kept trying to hit him with goal kicks and things like that, and it's just not going to stick. I don't know why you wouldn't try and hit Raymond Burry, to be honest, who, if nothing else, is just more physical.
Yeah.
Well
Good.
cut out.
Is that Mackinson?
Yeah.
Oh, that's poor. Come on, keep it. Go on then.
Paul plays it across to Forbes. The flag is up.
Oh no, is he
Yeah.
offside?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was in. I thought that was a stunning ball.
So it is a stunning ball, but he is offside.
I'm not sure.
I think it's offside.
Good.
Yeah, our perception is
Yeah.
the lino is literally in line with it.
3 more subs from Saint Martin. How many have they made?
2, you can make 5. Chance here, good keeping from Turbyfield, and again
Good.
goes down.
Goes down.
Let's keep this in play. Frustrate them. No need.
Thing is, with 15 minutes to go,
Yeah.
TCA could still lose this game. They're that kind of team, aren't they?
Mm.
What are you? All right.
Yeah.
Turbyfield clears it. It's up into absolute orbit.
Yeah, it is. But they do pick up the second balls.
Mackinson Cadet is that.
Yeah.
Where's the movement?
Get round him.
There's no one in the box for him.
It's actually a really good ball in as well. And the
Chance
defender
here.
misses it. Here's half
Burry.
a chance. Raymond Burry. Again, no one in the box. Just get delivery in. It's over the top of Forbes. Not bad play
Chance
though.
here on the counter.
Mackinson Cadet's starting to run this game a little bit more. But
Chance here on the counter.
counter from the counter. We're at a record number of people joining us for this evening, which is really cool to see. So if you are here for the Nations League B games, we will get to those very shortly. They are both 0-0 currently. We're just watching the last few stages of the Turks and Caicos Islands against Saint Martin, and then we'll be straight to it. Thank you so much for joining us. Hit like on this video and don't forget to subscribe, because we've actually seen some goal lights for the Turks and Caicos Islands tonight.
Yes.
All subs have now been made for Saint Martin.
They've-
Turks and Caicos
yeah.
Islands yet to make any.
So what? So the lineup that I don't know, mate. Are they now bringing on a lot of the players that started in the last game against TCA?
I don't think so.
Oh, I don't know. They beat them at 8-2.
I just can't get my head around it.
There's been a number of changes for the Turks and Caicos Islands, though.
Yeah, no, I know.
Don't forget Callum Park played left back.
Yeah, okay.
Because they dropped Luisi because he played so poorly against USVI after he came on.
Yeah.
And they put Pop, that could go in.
Oh
Great
my
save.
God, what a save.
Great save.
Chance still. Get it away, son. Get it away. Oh my God.
Saint Maarten with a bit of an attack there. It's a swirling whip in. It looks like it's going over the keeper and going to drop in back post. And I would argue there that for a keeper of his quality, his level, he's dealt with that really well.
He has, because that is...
Because immediately you're panicking, you're thinking this is going to go in, this is going to go in,
and
he tips it past the post. It's going top corner. It's a great save.
The geezer that whips the crossing shanks it.
Oh yeah, big time. But it's caught in the wind and it loops.
He's had to move his feet double quick there to get back to that. Good save from the kid.
That's a great ping as well. And this time they do hit Howell's feet. That's a great ball from Howell, and it's into the path of Forbes. Will he finally get his goal today? He chops back. He finds Burry.
They're trying to walk it in. They're trying to walk it in for 3. And
trying to find the hat-trick for Paul, but they don't. I don't think that Forbes necessarily had the angle there.
Oh my God,
what a touch.
And now Saint Maarten come on the counter
That
attack.
was
Herwin Lake, sorry.
You just said Saint Maarten, so you weren't necessarily wrong. Saint Maarten coming forward. This game sprung into life. It's going to be a goal at the back post. I think he saved it. Turbyfield, another incredible save from Turbyfield. Awful defending. Awful defending. What a save.
How does he miss this? Or how does he save this?
I think it's bobbling. It's bouncing.
Oh,
it's a stunning save.
It's
a stunning save.
What a save from the lad. Keep it at 2-0.
Wow. What a save.
A joke.
It's being called into action more and more now. The substitutions working so far for Saint Maarten, but they're still susceptible from that counter-attack. They're literally 2 at the back now. They know what they have to do.
They have to get a goal, and they're pushing for it.
They have to get a goal. His back sticks on. Oh, it's a shank. We're seeing more and more Turks and Caicos Islands players starting to shank it now.
At the back. The clearances are awful. For anyone that's joined us, throw a like down. Give us a little bit of love. The League B games are all still 0-0 at this moment in time, and we will go there when we're done with this game. We've got 11 minutes to go, and this one it's feeling spicy now, isn't it? Because it's all or nothing for Saint Maarten as they throw everyone forward, and they're in the box again. Chance to cross. They do cross. It's in the box.
It's really good defending from René.
Corner ball. 10 minutes to go. Because Saint Maarten know if they get 1, they're gonna get 2. They're gonna get 3. They watch the TCA defence collapse in their last fixture just a few days ago.
Went for a throw-in, actually.
Went for a throw, okay, not a corner.
Burry
needs to clear it, he doesn't. He wins the ball well.
He wins the tackle, though.
TCA need to remain diligent and compact.
Yeah, it was the last time they kept a clean sheet.
Oh, God, I don't know, mate. Well,
come on, that's a loose ball. Can they poach on it?
Where
No.
are they going there? Is that Big Mac?
It goes long. Mackinson
does
well, rolls his man, wins the free kick.
I'm surprised he got that free kick. They've not had much, have they?
No. Stares down his man. Powerhouse. Yeah, it's a real tug on the shirt there.
Yeah.
Arguably could have played on.
Who's having this? James Renner?
Yeah. No, it would be Jose Elcius.
Jose Elcius with the clearance.
Does exactly what he needs to do. Just launch it into the corner. What a touch,
what
Burry.
A touch from Burry.
What a ball, though, as well, I'd say. Flicked around the corner. Burry's playing with some confidence today. It's on that left peg. Gets the delivery and it's not too bad.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. It's right at the near post.
Yeah. But as an attack, it's not too bad. Wastes a couple of seconds.
Nice 1-2. Good long ball.
Burry's impressed me in this game.
They're really...
Get there. They haven't done, but it is a Turks and Caicos Islands throw. Good play again from James René. They've gone with a really interesting system in this game, the Turks and Caicos Islands.
It is a back 5, I think.
It is a back 5. I'm just trying to work out who's in it, though.
I mean,
must be Caligste. Must be playing right centre back.
It's an all hands on deck thing, isn't it? It's an all hands on deck.
It's a 5-4-1.
Oh, what's happened here? Who's down?
This looks like Burry. Looks like he's down and not in a good way. On this pitch, injuries can happen. They can come from nowhere. Does not look in a good way at all. He's on a stretcher. They do stretcher everyone in this competition. Lenford Singh is getting warm though.
I thought that. Yeah.
It looks like Lenford Singh is going to come on for Burry.
If they have an injury, it's like bang, get the stretcher out.
Yeah. And for another cap, Lenford Singh is on.
It's like Qatar Airways have sponsored the...
I suppose they don't get a very small jet. Lenford Singh, he's still got pace.
Lenford Singh, the legend. The
Legend of the game.
How many caps has he got now? World boss.
World boss. I'm not sure. He might be ahead of Forbes now. I'm not sure.
So is Forbes now back up front? Well, he was been up front the whole game.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's a 5-4-1 with a back three of Calixte, Rene, Elsius. That's handball, but Lenford Singh will go again. And he finds a good area.
That is a good area. Keeper's
done well.
Keeper has done well. Forbes didn't really help him there, did he?
No, I think he's probably looking a bit tired. 83 minutes on the clock. 7 minutes plus any added. Well cleared.
It's a shame that
Compete House. That will hurt. That needs to be stopped for head injury. I think he's taken a knee to the back of the head there, the young man.
Brave to win that.
Yeah, he did really well. Yeah. Well, he's got a free kick as well. I don't think this is a free kick. He's falling over.
That is 100% free kick. The guy has no control of his body there. How have no Saint Maarten players...
I don't know how that's not booking. Yeah, now I've watched that back. That is a yellow card. It's a bad challenge. No control over his body.
Mate, you want to go back to the lid tube?
Yeah, so Bermuda due to play Montserrat today. Nations League B, Group B. A key game, really, in terms of the relegation battle there. Montserrat win it, and it's pretty much relegation confirmed for Bermuda. Also gives Montserrat a chance to get back involved with Gold Cup stuff. But Montserrat FA released a statement earlier that for unknown reasons, unknown to us at least, Montserrat team were not able to travel to Bermuda. So the game has had to be postponed for the time being. It's currently going through a disciplinary committee to work out what next steps will be. But if there's not space in the international window, it might be bad times for Montserrat. That ball to the back post, and Lenford Singh heads over the bar. 84 minutes on the clock now. So yes, that is why that game has been postponed. The other game's currently 0-0 in Nations League B.
Yeah.
Saint Maarten resorting to go a bit more direct now. But if they play balls like that, then Turbyfield will come off his line and mop that up all day.
The thing is, I have just no faith that they're going to see this out. Do you? Just got no faith, mate.
I think based on the way that they've played so far, I've got a bit more faith than I normally would. It's a poor kick from Turbyfield, though. This is the unfortunate thing, because if there's half a chance... They've not got anything from these officials today, by the way.
No, I'd agree with that, actually.
That's a foul throw.
No, I would
throw in for Saint Maarten, high up the pitch. Get there. Commit to that. You can get there.
He's worked hard.
He's played well, actually. He's played well.
He's worked hard, but
he's not my MOM.
He's not stopped running.
But he has played well. I think him and Barry on the wings have been huge.
Is Paul still playing?
Yeah.
Is Paul still on?
Yeah. He's there, number 17.
Oh,
he's playing central midfield alongside Cadet in this game.
Yeah.
But basically, Cadet holds and he goes.
Yeah.
It's kind of a 4-4-2 5-4-1 diamond. Keepers. Miscommunication, but Luisi does well to get in the way of that, I think. It's a corner for Saint Maarten. Someone
like,
needs to go with the short option.
It feels like it's a corner from nothing, though, no?
It's just one long ball over the top,
so
isn't it?
That's Erwin Lake that scored the 4 goals in the first game. 2-0, 5 minutes to go, plus added, so could that be another 4 or 5, wouldn't it? So could say another 10.
Potentially another 10.
Who's that? It's a decent
well cleared. That's Paul. Lenford Singh's done well there.
Oh, he's done really well.
There he is.
Oh
Travel with it, Lenford.
Oh, the touch.
Yeah, but it's poor defending.
Yeah.
Technical ability is never going to be top of his list. He still can move, though.
Yeah, he has. He's still got a bit.
Still can move.
World boss.
I know that Football Manager says that he's got like 5 pace, but he can move. Junior Paul in this game, by the way.
Is it Junior Paul or Julian?
Junior
Paul. 0-0 in the other games in League B, by the way. Haiti 0, Guyana 0, French Guiana 0, Belize 0. Big win.
He's putting himself about, to be fair to the man.
What's happened here?
Luisi's taken the throw and then gone down.
What's happened there? He's hurt his leg or something. Oh, he doesn't look in a good way, actually, the man.
He looks in a really bad way. I don't know what's happened there.
They're not gonna kick it out for you, mate. They're 2-0 down. Oh, they just booted it out. What waste from
That's a huge waste.
Saint Maarten.
In a CONCACAF Nations League game that means nothing, when you've got a 17-year-old kid down off the ball, I would argue you should kick it out.
Yeah, but it does mean something there, mate.
In what
Come
way?
on, Saint Maarten.
Is he straight back up?
I think he probably is.
Why has he gone down then?
Just to
They've said to play
eat
on.
some time.
They've rolled him off the pitch and he's getting deep heat. Might have to see a substitution. Maybe he's just cramped up after taking a throw in.
Yeah, I think he
He's
actually.
got the biggest legs I've ever seen.
He might have cramped up after taking a throw in.
And what a win that is by Howells. Forbes then loses out and Turbyfield goes down.
Yeah.
Turbyfield's time wasting in this game.
How has he not been booked for time wasting?
Because he's done everything within the time frames.
Yeah, true.
You know.
I'm surprised he doesn't roll this out here, but he probably prefers kicking it from his hands.
Yeah,
Doesn't
just goes that bit further.
he? I love that he kicks it over to the right every single
time. That must be part of the
To
system.
the to the smallest.
There's no left back, and they've not filled the gap.
Oh,
Turbyfield, another great save. Lenford Singer's now finally filled the gap at left wing back. They're playing a back five, and they didn't replace Luisi, who'd gone off the pitch. And so the long ball over the top found the number 9 for Saint Maarten, but he was closed down quickly and sorted. Yeah, Lenford Singer's now dropped in. 2 poor kicks from Turbyfield,
what is
though.
this? Yeah, he's just kicking it back to them, though.
He is. I'm not sure how much of an option there is up the pitch, but his kicks have still been poor nonetheless. No one picking up some of the key players in the box for Saint Maarten.
It's going to be a goal here.
Ye of little faith.
That's never a pen.
Clear it.
Oh. 88 minutes on the clock, plus added, and then we're going to hop over to League B.
Substitution number 21 is finally on. I imagine that Luisi's come off following injury, and I imagine that is Howes that's come on. There's 2 balls on the pitch. There is 2 balls on the pitch. The referee needs to stop the game. There's 2 balls on the pitch. There was very nearly a goal. I think there's a goal line block there.
It was. I don't know how that didn't go in.
No, and Turbyfield stayed down.
I think he'll be okay.
I think he is. I think it's just one of those ones he's gone to claim the ball and has sort of been bundled. As the ball's... This isn't the replay at all. This is the potential penalty shout.
Oh, that's never a pen.
No, he just runs into...
Yeah.
He just runs into... Is that Rene? Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, Turbyfield is okay. I think that was a goal line block.
Oh, who's number
Shan
16?
Jr.
That's Shandy Jr. Mine's a Shandy.
I'd imagine Howes will probably come off. Forbes will play deeper
Where
in
is
there.
Forbes? Has he just gone into centre?
I think they're just... Everyone's just behind the ball. Chance. It's just hit the bar.
It's all... I don't know.
It's all Saint Maarten. Forbes is now on the ball.
Go on, Billy.
On the counter, there's 5 minutes of added time. He's played a ball through.
Oh,
well
my
cleared.
goodness me.
And then Howes has lost out. We should have done better there.
5 minutes of added on time.
Saint Maarten have been knocking at the door. There was a chance to make it an unjust 3 there. They swing the ball in. It's towards the back post and it's bounced nastily off the surface and goes out. Yeah, absolutely, Papaya. Totally agree. But Saint Maarten have just hit the bar and they are knocking at the door. And it's always kicking off a bit.
It's kicking off.
It's all kicking off. It's handbags in this one.
Kicking off. Number 7.
Billy Forbes is coming off for Shand Jr.
Why would you take Billy Forbes off?
with 4 minutes to go on the brink of a win.
It's a strange decision. One of your ball players. It's a really strange call.
It's Amilcar who's involved. He's kicking off a bit. Mackinson Cadet puts on the armband. A big moment for the young man. Would I have taken off Billy Forbes? No. Is the substitution actually been made?
Talk us through this. They haven't yet made the substitution.
No, Billy Forbes is about to come off though. I think he's just been booked.
Who?
Billy Forbes.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, for time wasting, I think. It's, or whatever. It's ref a little bit all over the place.
Yeah.
Some of these booking decisions have just been odd. Billy Forbes, I'm not sure I'd have taken him off personally. I'd have taken off Howes, moved him out wide, and then put Shan Jr. on. I understand bringing on Shan.
Has worked his socks off though.
Yeah, but that worries me even more.
Go on, Shan Junior. Mine's a Shandy.
Finally, a card has come out for Saint Maarten. Finally, a card has come out.
I didn't see that. Off the ball, was it?
Yeah. No idea.
0-0 in the other games, bro.
Yeah. Give us a
0-0.
quick refresh, just make sure.
Yeah, good man. Good shout. Good shout. Good
Richardson is booked for Saint Maarten. There's just a few moments to go in this one before we switch over. Who's down? Looks like it's probably Mackinson, given how long it's taken him to get up. Bit of intelligence there, I'm sure.
We are still goals.
Yeah, 0-0, 20 minutes in. Interesting, of course. Yeah, that's tactical play. It's interesting there that that Haiti also beat Guyana 6-2 in the other game.
Yeah.
And they've now not playing Sam Cox, which I find an interesting decision.
Yeah.
Captain.
Might be injured.
Maybe injured.
You're playing 4 games in such a short space of time.
Yeah.
That free kick's just rolled out. So we've got 93 on the clock, but
I think we'll play till 96.
Yeah.
So 3 more minutes, depending on what the kind of ref thinks is going to go on here. Really, they need to not concede in the next minute or so.
Who's number 21?
Howells has just come on for Larissa.
So young, just running
He's
off the
15. Oh no, he's turned 16 today, I think. Or
ball. Oh,
yesterday.
I actually know that.
They said in the... Oh no, he must be 16 in a couple of days now. When he played against USVI, he was 15 and he turned 16 in a couple of days.
Oh, what did the commentators say?
Belize look a proper side. We will get over to that game shortly. Corner whipped in and it's safe into the hands of Turbyfield, who goes down again.
The time wasting of this man has been nothing short of sensational.
Yeah. Every time he can catch it and drop to his knees and flop over, he does. He's done it brilliantly. A tiny bit better kicking, and we'd have seen I think a 10 out of 10 performance. That's another one that's high, wide, not very handsome.
Yeah,
Makes it into the opposition half though, and it's a throw-in, which I'd argue is sometimes better than if it stays in play and you lose it. You know.
it sort of slows it down.
Yeah, just adds an extra 10 seconds.
Another long ball from Saint Maarten. So
That time it's headed
clearance.
down.
I mean, some of
It's a
these
shanked
clearances, it's still Saint Maarten on the attack. They've got a chance. They're into the penalty area. Good
tackle. Amilcar
He's
playing.
been good today, actually. Amilcar.
Yeah, playing right wing back in this game, doing really well.
The clearances, though, the slices.
Yeah, they've been poor. Shan Junior picks this up. No, he doesn't. He leaves it. Is this
Who?
Mackinson? Is this Mackinson with the armband?
It might be. God, pace from
Yeah.
Mackinson today. Is that a corner ball?
Looks like he's won himself a corner.
Goal kick.
Well, there's not many complaints.
Bizarre
So
decision, no complaints.
I don't think he's too fussed either. He's run the ball down the other end of the pitch and it's gone out. That is the end of the allocated time. We're now into time added on top of time added on, and it's full time. And the Turks and Caicos Islands, the first time I've ever actually watched a full game that they've won.
Really?
Yeah. They
Well,
haven't
there you
won
go, mate.
since Saint Maarten in the 2019 Nations League.
Jesus. And they've
And at home,
They've
at
won
the
on home
National
soil.
Academy, they've won. They've won on home soil.
Get him.
Boys, Turks and Caicos Islands lads, absolutely brilliant performance from all of you. I'm so pleased. So pleased. Done it at the National
Look at that,
Academy.
look at these scenes, mate.
The
Great
scenes are excellent. Turbyfield's just kept a clean sheet. I think there's tears there. He's kept a clean sheet. What a performance from him.
Yeah.
Junior Paul, the hero. The hero. When was the last time Turks and Caicos Islands kept a clean sheet? I'd love to know. There's tears. Emotional scenes. This is what the Nations League's all about. They lost 8-2 just a few days ago.
So, yeah.
And Junior Paul's
Incredible
brace.
turnaround. And look, you often will be slightly critical, shall we say, of the tactical approach. To the
Oh,
Turks.
100%. I'm very critical most of the time about the tactical approach. But the 5 at the back, the system today, spot on. Oh, absolutely beautiful scenes. Beautiful scenes. Players celebrating with their families. This will go down in front of fans, you know, which we haven't seen for such a long time. This will go down as one of the best moments for a lot of these players. Billy Forbes and Mackinson Cadet between them, captained the side to a famous victory. I'm so buzzing. It's unbelievable. I'm so pleased. And Junior Paul looks like a real player.
Yeah, another couple of goals, mate.
Yeah. He's going to catch Billy Forbes, you know, if he's not careful.
Yeah, Billy Forbes could have had a few tonight as well.
He could have.
I just struggle. I just really struggle with how did they lose to that team 8-2 in the first game?
I don't know. But 3 points on the board finally.
Oh yeah.
Right, and against USVI and Bonaire in the follow-up games, hopefully no kind of real poor results there.
Yeah.
Celebratory selfie.
I don't get the crest in. Eh?
Sorry.
Oh, that wasn't very good.
What are you doing then? What's wrong with it?
There you go.
God, this guy. And we are now going to switch over, and we're going to switch over to the Belize game purely because FM Ireland said Belize is some side. Or look a poor side.
Look a poor side.
I thought it said they looked a proper side. Well, we'll be interested then to see.
Yeah.
Still 0-0 in this one.
French Guiana are attacking now, and
It's cleared
now, they had
away.
a few good results, French Guiana. I'm looking forward to see what these guys have got about them. Chance for French Guiana down the right hand side straight away as we've turned on. Lovely chop back, and again,
He's got the defender on toast. Is it an OG or is it just gone over the bar?
Over the bar. Is that a corner ball? Corner ball, French Guiana. 26 minutes in. Nice to kind of be neutrals on this one actually with the Turks and Caicos game. Obviously, we're donning the shirt. We were cheering the boys on, and a great result.
Yeah, absolutely a phenomenal result. So pleased with that.
Yeah, of course. 2-0 to the Turks and Caicos Islands. Junior Paul
Brace. He played so well. So well.
So they've got 3 points. Yeah.
They've just got 3 points on the board, haven't they? Which is the main thing. A corner for French Guiana in this one. Lovely kits for Belize. They really like these Belize kits.
We've always I swear they've had these kits for years.
A long time, yeah. I don't mind that though.
No.
Little injury break in play. Oh, I'm so pleased. I might never see them win again.
Yeah.
Well, certainly not for a long time.
2-0. And they deserved it, really.
They deserved the win.
They didn't have as much of the ball.
It could have easily been like 4-1.
They were very counter-attacking.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Saint Maarten could have scored. Hit the bar.
Yeah, Saint Maarten. I think Saint Maarten should have scored. I just feel like Turks and Caicos should have scored more. 2-0, could have been 4 or 5. Forbes should have scored.
Yeah. Did that hit him?
Oh, yeah. It must have just conked him funny angle on the
Yeah.
head. Down to 10 men defending this corner, Belize. So both full-time results in League C today as that's turned towards their own goal.
Picked up by the keeper, all fine.
Picked up by the GK.
Yeah. Both 2-0s.
Yeah, both 2-0s. Almost an own goal there. Lucky Belize that no one's pouncing on that one.
Shall I might double screen this so that we'll get the,
Keep both games.
yeah.
Keep both games on. Don't worry about sticking around on this.
Yeah, no, sure.
Ball whipped in. Good keeping again from the Belize keeper. It's going to be a long night for him, I'm sure. French Guiana certainly on top. This game was a draw last time out. French Guiana in their Brazil-style kits for this one. As we double screen now to have the Haiti-Guyana game on the other screen. I feel like Haiti. The main word that springs to mind when I think about the Haiti football team is power.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just feel like physically powerful, defensively powerful,
strong.
Yeah,
quick,
yeah.
aggressive.
Of course, got to the final stage, knocked out by Canada in the final stage before the octagonal. A few mistakes they made in that as well. Unfortunate to lose out the way they did, but Canada are a great side. Of course, going from round 1, which they were bizarrely in, all the way through.
Yeah, that was a bit strange, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah, given that like half of the octagonal is.
Oh my goodness, you almost crept in there.
Yeah, that's a good play though.
Lovely play.
Half of the octagonal is like preset, which I don't really agree with.
Well, it's preset based off of rankings though.
Yeah, but I don't think it allows for mistakes. Italy haven't qualified for the World Cup.
That's a very good point.
The CONCACAF World Cup qualification at the moment does not allow for teams to make mistakes. The USA will always be in the octagon as a penalty. How's that not a pen?
Look like a pen.
It's not even appeals for it. French Guiana are so on top in this one.
But they'd have to do something there because you couldn't have USA in the same group as a British Virgin Islands, could you? Or an Anguilla.
Yeah, okay, so maybe a preliminary round, like I think they should have in Europe.
But that's a good point. Like they should. Like, why are the USA not going away to Suriname?
Yeah.
Or Curacao? Or it's
they're in the octagonal.
Yeah.
They play 14 games.
Chance here for French Guiana.
And they're in the World Cup.
That is a good point. Don't
get me wrong, there should be a preliminary round, and there always used to be a preliminary round.
Because I guess you could do...
You could just do all the League C type teams.
Yeah.
In groups or whatever, or the lowest, instead of the top ranked teams getting through to the final stage without kicking a ball, get the lowest ranked teams to do some kind of prelim.
Yeah.
You know? So only one of them or two of them gets through to the next round. I just don't think it's right that a team... Like, how many games did Canada have to play versus the USA?
Yeah.
You know, and not even the USA. You know, the other teams that were in that final round.
As you said, like, you know, it's those kind of banana skins that they just totally
don't
avoid.
Yeah. And don't forget, they're in a group of 8. The top 4, the top 3.5 get there.
Yeah.
They've only got to not lose. You know, it's like Jamaica. What round did Jamaica come in? Was that the octagonal? Must have. I don't
remember Antonio going.
They didn't play any games before.
Or did they?
I'm not sure they might have. I'm just trying to work out who in the octagonal did make it. Because there's 4 playoff games beforehand, right? Because there's 8 teams, I think, that get through to the final stage, to round 3. Haiti, Suriname were there. Trinidad and Tobago, I think, were there.
So, should we have a quick look? When I'm looking at it, I'm just watching Dukes McKenna bring it away for Guyana.
Ghana have looked good. I'm surprised that they got pumped so badly by Haiti.
Yeah. Oh, Dan's loose ball. Loose from Neil Dan's. 0-0 still in both of these games.
Yeah. I expect this Haiti game to be tighter than the first game that these two sides played.
Yeah.
Maybe Sam Cox isn't playing because of whether it's injury, fitness, tactical, or just maybe a little bit of pace.
Could be.
You know, maybe they just need a bit of a quicker line to deal with the counter.
Oh, that's nice.
French Guiana are looking good in this game.
Oh,
got to be a goal. How have they not scored? It's got to be.
Good save.
Yeah, good save. In the end.
That was well worked by French Guiana there, though.
Yeah.
Decent combination. Out to the left hand side, cut back, chance. Didn't quite find the back of the net. Shit. No.
Brave keeping to go with the slide tackle.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Belize do look a poor side. Just going back to FM Islands earlier.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks to everyone who's still with us at this point. It's been a long old stream, but we've enjoyed it. A fantastic win for the Turks and Caicos Islands. No ranking points for them, but pride on home turf. And a clean sheet.
Yeah.
Insane. They conceded 15 in 3. And then kept a clean sheet.
Yeah, they've scored a few now, though, right?
Yeah. They've scored 7.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, you're right, 7.
They've scored 7. And yet they've scored 7 in 4, and yet their goal difference is -8.
You know, we talk about, like, because we always compare BVI and TCA, don't we?
Yeah.
Because those are our teams.
Yeah.
I do think that you do get more for your money with TCA. There's going to be goals.
There's going to be goals.
Because they can't defend.
No.
But they also do score, whereas I think the BVI, like, I'd say the TCA do kind of know how to attack.
I feel like hopefully now we enter the era of 5 at the back. Why we'd ever play 4 at the back?
Because you've got so much pace on the counter attack.
Yeah. You just need 2 up front.
Yeah.
2 rapid. Paul played centre mid in that game, and yet has the pace and the fitness.
I think, yeah. So it's like, whereas with the British Virgin Islands, we've got a couple of good draws, but
yeah,
like they just park the bus.
Yeah, but it's just more like British football, though, isn't it? It's more English. Oh, it's great play from French Guiana.
Chance to
jump with his hand up, maybe.
Yeah.
Chance for Guyana. Both of these games a little stale.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, mate.
Given that it's closing in on midnight.
Yeah.
We'll see how these go.
Wow. Yeah, probably half time might be time to wrap it. Well, it was kind of a main TCA thing, wasn't it? Tonight?
It was, and I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's a free kick to Haiti in a dangerous position in that game, and it's actually also a very good ball forward from Belize. They have half a chance here if they play it wide, which they do. Cut back across goal. Chance! Oh, they should have scored. Belize should have got themselves a goal there.
Oh, nice
out
move.
Out of nowhere, yeah, it was a nice move.
Nice move indeed.
There's a dangerous free kick in that game.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
You're dead right. You are dead right. Oh, yeah. Chance for Haiti here in the game against Guyana. Still goalless in that one.
37 minutes in.
Looks like Steven Saba is lining up to take this for Haiti.
Well, he's the one who struck that beautiful volley against Montserrat.
Or maybe it's not Steven Saba. We will see.
Yeah,
no, it is Steven Saba. He's lining this up on his right peg, which is insane. He's pretty bow-footed, this guy. It's about 24, 25 yards out.
Yeah, favours a right footer. French Guiana whip the ball in. Header doesn't go goal bound. It's not Saba. Oh, and it's hit the post.
And the rebound's in.
And it stands.
It stands. We have no offside.
It's a goal for Haiti.
It's Alex Christian for Haiti that follows up.
Alex Christian Jr. puts the Haitians 1 up against Guyana. That all comes from the free kick. It's a stunning strike. It wasn't Saba in the end. It was Shimi, I believe, off the post and then tapped home.
Yeah.
You know what? Nobody follows the ball there apart from the Haitian attacker.
Did well to follow it up, and it's 1-0 to the
it is 1-0. It is 1-0.
They take the lead.
I'd love to go out to the Caribbean for the Nations League. Imagine being at the National Academy today. What a day. What a moment. What are your thoughts on second half?
I think we probably, with the time here in England creeping towards midnight and with work tomorrow, and after a Turks and Caicos win, I think what we do is we watch the first half and then we end the stream there, and we'll post about we'll certainly know what the results are tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
But our main one tonight was to have a main chinwag chat over the results and some of the other bits and bobs, and also watch the Turks and Caicos ones, which we have done.
And they won, which was incredible. French Guiana do look good. I imagine that they will. They should end up winning this.
Yeah, I think they will.
Good defending though from Belize. Corner. I thought it was a goal kick personally. Thank you, FM Ireland, for joining us. Thanks everyone else who has joined us throughout this stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done already, although I would imagine that the people watching along are probably our lovely little DNQ community. I think given the time, given that this is our final watch along of the CONCACAF Nations League, and it's on a Tuesday night, it will be a half time in this one. Ball whipped in, French Guyana. They still not scored.
How does he miss that? Should be 1-0 to French Guiana.
Yeah. Belize do look poor in this game. They do.
They do indeed. I don't know how French Guiana haven't taken
No, I know.
the lead.
I know. You all right?
Yeah, I was just laughing at this. The Turks and Caicos shirts on. Funny, mate.
I need to get the new one.
Yes.
I don't know how to get hold of it though. Joma. I wish you could reach out to these big companies that make kits for these minnow nations and say, "Oh, Belize on a rare attack here. We'll just stick with this one. Got to get the ball in the box." They don't, but it's gone all the way across. I think it'll just be on such a hot
I
pace.
tell you what, yeah. The left winger for French
It's never a
Guiana
foul.
is
Yeah.
absolutely rapid. Neil Dans has had to be taken
Yeah,
off. I think
forced
Neil
into a
Dans.
change.
Yeah,
16's
Guyana have had to,
down to-
so Guyana have lost Neil Dans, which is a real shame for them.
Yeah.
Up against it already 1-0 down, and now lost one of their more experienced players. But Clive Nabreg on, who's actually a solid replacement nonetheless.
Cousin of the guy we had on the last stream.
Yes, yeah, that was a bit of a random one for sure.
French Guiana playing it around really well here.
Oh, it's a good area.
Yeah. I thought it just had a little bit more legs on it. That's a
Yeah.
foul. That's a yellow card.
It's a yellow card, isn't it?
Should be. Yeah.
I don't know what the appeal's for there, really.
No, the ref's laughing at him.
Thoughts on that ref's haircut?
I quite like it.
Really?
Yeah. Older bloke. She's got an army cut.
Yeah, fair. Fair.
Thoughts on the ref's haircut. That and other punditry live on DNQ. I don't know when we'll be back for the next live stream watch along, but I do know that we will be back for general chit chats with you guys as part of the community. Updates on things like teams joining CONCACAF, maybe some club football in some of these regions. Just a general chit chat around all stuff minnow nations. We're in the off season, as we'll call it.
Yeah.
There's plenty more international tournaments coming up as well in July. We have the CASAFA Cup and also the potential for the EAFF-1 tournament, which may or may not go ahead. It's tough with these Asian tournaments to know whether or not they're going to go ahead because of COVID, but we'll see. One of the most violent throw-ins I've ever seen as Belize look to come forward. They've kept that in play. There's still just a golfing quality, isn't there? Even between the poorer League B sides and some of the teams we've seen earlier. See, there's only
really is.
This is one of the biggest clashes in the region, and there's less than 1,000 people watching.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's exactly that. Exactly that.
It's so good. French Guiana is so
Like
good.
how is there not more than 1,000 people watching Haiti? Like,
Yeah, I know. Yeah. The only thing from a French Guiana perspective is, can they find that killer goal?
yeah.
I don't think they were that good against Belize in the first game when they drew. I thought Belize had a number of good chances, could have even won it.
It's funny. I think French Guiana are clearly the better side here.
Oh, streets ahead, yeah. Streets ahead. Yeah, what I was going to say is I'm really not frustrated, but it would be nice if you could contact someone like Joma or Admiral who made these kits. And we're just like,
Yeah, but it won't be like. Yeah. It'll
How
be
do I get
regional-
hold of
It'll
it?
be regional, like parts of those businesses that make the kits, though.
well, yeah, but I mean, I totally get that. in like Malaysia and parts of the world like that, but you know, Joma, it would be Joma US that does like the Caribbean kits, and even to say like, oh yeah, can I have one, you know, it would have to be custom made. I wouldn't be buying it for a tenner, you know. It would be like this one, like a custom made one, but still, it's just difficult to get your hands on that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not a foul. No, that's never a foul. So
1-0
Haiti with another free kick.
Yeah, 1-0 to Haiti still. That's literally seconds away from half time. And it's French Guiana 0, Belize 0. And again, we're moments away from half time. We've got 1 minute of added on time for the French Guiana game. A couple of seconds left on this Haiti game.
Just a chance for the free kick to come in the Haiti game.
Yeah, let's watch that.
I think that Belize might get away with a 0-0 at half time, but here's Crajon Lopez on the attack. If you want to see speed in abundance, it's him, but he's lost out. Haiti with the chance to deliver. It's a high line from Guyana.
Let's have a little look then. How's this one going to pan out? Basically half time in the French Guiana game. Just waiting for that whistle, which will come any single second. And it has. Half time, French Guiana 0, Belize.
So we're 1 free kick away from ending the stream. Can we end it with a goal? Ball delivered in. It's a decent ball. It's overcooked. Free kick offside. And that will probably see us through to half time. Thank you very much to everyone who's joined. Watch the stream. Don't forget to like, subscribe, etc., etc. This has been DNQ Football. We cover Minnow Nation football from all across the world. CONCACAF has been the focus across these last few weeks, but we've also touched on AFCON qualifiers and AFC Asian Cup qualifiers. There's plenty more to come across the next few months, so you do not want to miss it. Thanks so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week and enjoy the rest of summer. And we'll see you next time.